Antichrist!
Hold on.
Really?
What are you doing? It's a holiday story.
Oh, God, hold on.
It's a holiday story.
All right.
It's a Thanksgiving story.
What's happening?
Fucking, what is today?
Today is the fucking
What is
8th?
it? The 8th?
of October.
Yeah, it's Sunday, October 8th, 2017.
I need it.
Fucking shit.
Episode 80.
Oh, my God. Yeah,
Can
it's
you hear
episode 80.
Can you hear it when I...
Shut
when I-
up.
Okay.
This is the Bulldog Unchained podcast. I'm your host, the King of Village, Bulldog Maliko. We're already off to a wonderful start. I've got, as usual, Dirtnap Dave.
Hello?
And Knubsie Slow, who probably ain't going to be called that ever again when we get to this story. But we're going to start this.
We're going to open it up.
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna take a break for our advertising partners, and we'll be right back. Stick around. Check this out. Woo-hoo. Secret headquarters is located at 4225 North First Avenue, Evansville, Indiana. Hours of operation, Monday through Thursday, 12 to 6 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 12 to 9 p.m. Go in there and check these guys out. They've got comic books, they've got toys, they've got pop figures, they've got a full arcade, and they keep getting new games in all the time. They've got Street Fighter, or Marvel vs. Capcom coming in. They've got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. Like, these are just great throwbacks to your childhood. They've got toys like Transformers, G.I. Joe. Also, all listeners from Bulldog Unchained podcast, if you go in and tell them Bulldog Unchained sent you, you get 10% off of your purchase. There are some restrictions to that offer, though. But yes, definitely go check out Secret Headquarters.
Are you feeling the effects of the PG era? Do you miss the beer drinking and middle fingers? There is a cure for you.
Wash Talk Wrestling!
This is Scotty Stevens.
And this is Blown Star.
We bring you all the action and drama of the Monday Night Wars.
WWF Monday Night Raw takes on WCW Monday Nitro for 20 years ago.
Interact with us on Facebook and Twitter.
Download us on Podbean, iTunes, and Stitcher.
All right, we're back.
All right.
Son of a bitch. What a start.
So my favorite Thanksgiving ever.
Let's hear this.
So you got a story for us, huh?
So we're all sitting around the table at Thanksgiving dinner, and well, we were just to preface the story. We were in the studio here.
In the studio.
Yeah, we're here hanging out in the podcast realm, and one of our mics was accidentally left on, and I start to grab it, and as I grab it, I hear it in my headphones how I'm palming this microphone to move it out of the way.
Yeah.
And there's just a terrible noise that's associated with it whenever you grab this microphone.
That I'm sure everyone
hand,
listening is enjoying
you
thoroughly.
can hear this professionalism that's coming through. Well,
Do you understand?
to understand this, to understand how great this was, a few Thanksgivings ago, my niece is 13 now. She's probably 8 or 9 at the time, so still a bit more innocent than she is now. Now dudes are just trying to send her meat tweets, and it's fucking terrible. And that's all that's happening. All that whole, her whole hormone thing is going on, and it's gross. And it's
gross.
It's so gross. And yeah, she's getting older, and
Dave, I hope that you're not the one that's been charged with having the talk.
No. Thankfully, well, so back to this Thanksgiving. She asked me for a bread roll. And
did you butter her biscuit?
There was this is my niece, and now
I missed that part, my bad.
Dirtnap will come out the trailer park with some spectacular Travis leg drops.
Vengeance.
Yes. Furious anger. But anyway, I go to. I knew that my sister she's a medic, but she's a germaphobe at the same time when it comes to her food. She doesn't like anybody touching anything, and so I palm a fucking roll in my hand, and I take the entire thing and cover it with my hand, and I look my sister dead in the eye as I push it, as I slowly hand it to my niece. And my sister just gets furious, more furious by the second as I'm passing this roll over, just
like
dead
inch by
eyeing her,
inch,
just dead eyeing her with this roll, just completely covered with my dirty fucking dick hands
that you're handing to your niece.
I'm going to good. My sister freaks out. She's like, "You goddamn it! You better not fucking touch that. You better fucking take that roll for yourself, you fucker." I ruined her Thanksgiving that year, and it was wonderful. I really enjoyed it.
Does your sister listen to this show ever?
Never, no.
Have you ever told her about it?
No.
Oh, god damn it. I'm getting a hold of her.
Yeah. What about the picture? You're the one in the picture of Dirtnap.
Yeah.
What's that?
The picture of him as her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to just send her a friend request.
She's hilarious. She was actually voted class clown, so she's really funny too.
Does she live here?
She's wild as hell. Yeah, she lives here.
Really?
So, yep.
You get on the show one
They
day.
were my mother, sister, and father all lived here before I did. So
wow.
Yeah, both of my nieces, they were all here, central. That's why I came. That's why I moved to Evansville, because that's most
family.
important. Yeah, family's
all
important
right.
as fuck. Yeah, dude. Took me going to the other side of the world to realize that, but I did, and it was a move. It was a move out of necessity at the time. But at the same time,
is that when you got out?
Yeah, it was after I got out of the army, and it was a bit of a move of necessity. But at the same time, it was
trying to keep your sanity.
Yeah,
I get it.
Right. I was trying to get a hold of the world. Shit, man. I was. I was holding on to the ground by my fucking hands at this point. So
see, that's you know what? Maybe it's time for just even a brief, serious discussion about that. But that's something that I've been thinking about, like over the past few weeks, is really thinking about the age range when people enlist in the military. Like, let's just fully consider this. When most people enlist, you are still not considered a full adult.
Right.
You can't drink.
You can't even drink alcohol.
Yeah, you can't. And your brain, your frontal lobe, doesn't even isn't fully developed until you're like 25 years old.
Yeah. I still grew. I was.
Yeah, even physically.
Yeah. A lot of people go into my dad grew in the army. He went in at 17 or 16 or something like that. He went in really young. Because he dropped out of high school, and this was in the 70s, so it was, or in the late 60s, early 70s, or in the early mids, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, he enlisted really early too, and he grew while he was in the army as well. So yes, they take him young,
right?
They like him. They like him young.
But that's just it. You've got children essentially who are not fully developed mentally or physically, and so what kind of long-term damage is this doing, as opposed to someone who's 25, 26 and enlist, which is rare. You don't get people usually over the age of 22 to enlist in the military.
Yeah, no.
It's a trap. It really is.
It really is. But you don't see a way. It's a way out for a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
it's a way the fuck out, and a lot of people.
And it's also a way home in a box with a flag on it.
But people, you don't look. You're not looking at that. You don't. Whenever you're 18 years old, you're a lot.
Your ass is in the sand somewhere getting shot at.
You're not thinking about dying. You're not thinking,
right,
because that's the end of your life, and you're at the beginning of it still. You're not thinking about that, so that's why it falls off. Mortality becomes a big existential worry. becomes a much bigger part of your life the older you get, and the more and more you realize that the world don't give a fuck about you.
I'm 38 now, and when I look back at my life and the things that I've done, from teenage years even up until I was like 26, 27, the things that I did in those years that could have convinced me that I was immortal are staggering. The shit that I would do and not give a thought to it. And I think that that's part of the thing is I can't remember if it was a comedian that talked about it or if somebody was giving a serious talk, like maybe a TED talk that I watched, but they were like, remember when you were a kid and you would just ramp your bike off of something and not even think about it? Fuck it if you crashed. If you crash, you crashed. You get up, you scrape, you wipe the blood off, and you go and do it again. As an adult, all you can do is analyze everything like, no, that'll fucking kill me.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'll die.
There's such a funny...
There was no thought to insurance. There was no thought to injury. And maybe that's why kids
That's a lot
generally...
easier.
Because once you get in your own head about things like that, fuck yeah. If there's any doubt, if there is any moment of doubt when you're getting ready to do something dangerous, you're likely to fuck up and you're going to hurt yourself or kill yourself.
That's when you hit your shin on something.
Oh yeah, like now I could stub my toe and be decommissioned for 2 days.
Dude,
I'm like, oh fuck, I'm done. That's it. I can't even walk right. I was a little kid. If I stubbed my toe, I put an extra sock on that day, and I'm outside, tearing shit up.
This is the same guy that's gonna pull somebody's jawbone off their face if they cross him.
That's true.
He's gonna just stub his toe.
Oh,
Okay,
fuck.
ladies and gentlemen, that's all you have to. He just admitted his weakness on the air.
Just punch him in the toe.
You stomp on my toe, I'm
done.
probably gonna sit down and cry. I'd be like, why the fuck would you do that?
I was trying to pull your jawbone off.
I'm trying to see you in the light.
Come here.
What are you doing?
Get over here.
I gotta pull your jawbone off.
Why ain't there no scorpion like Pops?
They're coming, dude. Hold up. I have
Mortal Kombat.
yeah, I got the regular 5. I got those reserved and paid for through Wild Card Toys. And I got the whole set for like $38 shipped.
I placed an order with them also for the wave 3 of Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Jerry
And then also
and
at
Beth and
GameStop,
Summer and-
I have the 2-pack. I have the 2-pack reserved of Scorpion versus Sub-Zero, where Scorpion is frozen.
There's a Nakamura coming out.
Yep, I know.
Toys R Us. Dude.
Scorpion.
It's gonna be cold.
Hey, in this 2-pack, Scorpion is frozen and Sub-Zero is on fire.
Oh, that sounds badass.
And there's a 6-inch Goro.
Really?
I've got both of those.
Get it.
It's a GameStop exclusive.
I gotta get it. Yeah, I get out of any of them.
I'm about to
Goro
start
was my
collecting
guy.
And then the Sub-Zero has a chase where he's holding a heart in his hand.
See, now
Is
I
it
can't get
frozen
the Goro.
heart?
Yes.
Oh, that's badass.
Of course, it's a frozen heart. It's Sub-Zero, man.
By the way, have either of you played Mortal Kombat X?
I played like one round, got my ass kicked, and said, fuck it.
I just downloaded that game probably 2 weeks ago. 2-3 weeks ago.
PS4?
Xbox One.
Damn.
It is badass, dude. It's got Jason. It's got Leatherface. It's got it's got the Xenomorph from Alien. It's got Predator.
Dropping elbows.
Dude.
It needs Travis
And
Spectacular.
hold on. And
I don't think it does.
the fatalities in this game are fucking sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
I know one of Jason's is he like slams a machete up. Is that one?
And then rips you in half.
Yeah.
There's another one where
cool.
he cuts you, like he hacks at you 3 times diagonally and just splits the body like in half
fantastic.
diagonally.
fucking
Do you
Slide
still have
down.
to? Do you still have to do the complex combination of
So
of
the-
stick moves in order to get the?
But they're not
fatalities
as
to start?
hard as they were. And right before you get to the finish him, you can hit pause and go to the moves list, and it tells you exactly how to do it. Or you can earn easy fatality tokens, like you earn coins for combat. And when you earn the coins, you go into this place called the Crypt. And it's a graveyard, and you go to these tombs and you bust them open and you unlock things. And sometimes you get easy fatality tokens where literally when it says finish him, you hold right trigger and hit X. Nice. And it does easy fatality. It's fucking awesome.
Good job.
And,
Yeah, I remember they had
and
to
the
get
story. There's a
fucking-
full story mode.
They had to get intricate with Mortal Kombat, like a 64 button combination for Sonya Blade's bullshit.
That was horseshit, dude.
It's like, man, and they had fatality,
What the fuck is
babality,
Konami code.
immortality, fucking.
now they have fatalities, and you've got like 3 different ones per character, and then there's brutalities, and there's 3 different ones of those, and those are sick too.
Yeah.
The brutalities are Nasty.
I bet.
Damn, it
Let's
sounds-
see, that sounds like that's like deathmatch wrestling. I don't do it. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't like it very much. It's too masochistic for me.
Celebrity
love it.
Like
deathmatch.
it's too much. Like there's too much gore for me. My taste. It's just the
Love it.
It's
When
it's-
it comes to Mortal
it's
Kombat,
campy. It's campy. to me.
yes, exactly. But when it comes to Mortal Kombat, any other game, I don't want to see shit like that.
Yeah.
When it comes to Mortal Kombat,
Right.
the sicker you can make it, the
Right.
more into
Like-
it I
like
am.
Saw and Nightmare on Elm Street. No other movies could pull those genres off. You can't.
Yeah, they tried to in Hostel. That movie, Hostel, was just too much at
That
one
was
point.
super gore.
Yeah,
when the
It-
chick-
it's
Both of
gore.
them.
It's torture porn.
Yeah, it is.
Drop the blood on the bath like that one
Dude,
queen
no.
did way back in the day.
Bathory,
Elizabeth
Bathory.
Bathory.
Yeah.
Lady.
Dude.
Lady Bathory.
Lady Godiva. She ran around naked on a horse. What they put her in
Covered
Mortal
Covered in
Kombat?
chocolate flavored blood.
It's like cherries.
So,
Gross.
so before you got here,
What's up?
Nubsie was telling me a story of a lovely lady that
You
had,
man.
that had a Facebook memory that he decided to share with me, and I think he realizes
How old was this memory?
It was a year ago.
it a year ago.
last year.
I never share my Facebooks with my friends for anniversary.
This is why.
This is why.
He said, he goes, God damn it. And he's just sitting here. This is right before you got here, Dirtnap. And he goes, God damn it. He goes, this is my memory from on Facebook from a year ago. He goes, why the fuck did my boss just call me Chubsy Slow? Chubsito.
Chubsito.
Little Chub.
Little Chub.
Chubsito.
Chubsy.
It's funny. It's so fucking good.
Chubsy slow.
Chubsy Slow. Like time released Viagra. right? Right. That's
Call him
so
Slow
funny.
Chub.
Slow chub.
That's so funny. It's like
Time release Viagra.
when you need to go to the gym first.
That's
Or-
right. I went to the gym today, actually.
Like you take it, then you go to the gym and work out, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna get my shower in really quick, and by the time I'm finished doing all of that stuff, it'll be time to go. Or if it's like a time release boner pill for guys that are premature ejaculators.
Wow.
That's what it is. You like keep the chub for a lot longer, like an enhancement of chubs.
I liked it
Chubs
better when I was
slow.
pre-workout. I liked it better then.
No, you're not pre-workout. You're a long boner. You're like the
long boner syndrome is Chubsy slow.
Yeah.
Prolonged
If-
boner.
That's the if you've had an erection lasting more than 4 hours, that's what it's called. That's what it's called. They're like that's actually that they've had that term around for 20 years. Ever since, like right after the warning thing came out, call your physician. They're like, oh my god, we got a Chubsy slow. This guy's had a boner for 6 hours now.
Take more pills.
I took 6 of them. What's wrong with me? I can't close my hands.
My eyelids won't shut.
It's so dry. I just keep dunking my face in a bowl of water.
Everything keeps happening in dry, sticky mode.
I smell like pee.
I keep peeing on myself.
You
because
look
my boner.
you smell like pee.
I can't point it down at the toilet.
I can hydrate myself at the same time as I use the restroom.
I'm hanging a towel off of it.
I'm straight.
A towel.
You know, that's actually like a good exercise to see if you can hold it
And
to
flex.
hold a towel.
Yeah,
and
flex
actually
with a
flex
towel
it,
on it.
Flex with it on there. Yep. I got up to hand towel and then I gave up because I was too sore all the time.
I'm about to try that.
You start with wash rag.
Yeah.
Wait, is that like how to build a muscle?
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Or you could do what Tenacious D said and do one cock push-up.
that's all you need.
That's all you need. One's really all you need.
One's all you need. That's it.
Come on, helmet head.
General Patton. Bringing it back to the military time.
Don't make me unleash the Gestapo.
I call mine the
Dennis.
Kraken. I call mine the Kraken. So whenever I take it out, I'm like, release the Kraken, and I pull it out. Yeah,
It's like a
Fap
little.
it right in the head. Well, no, the reason is because of my pubes looking like a sea monster.
And it just fights her face off. You got a man cave.
I
bro.
got it. I got it all twisted up.
Manscaped,
I got it
you mean?
twisted. I got it-
Man cave.
I got it twisted, and I used.
He's talking
I used
about your
beard
duty
oil.
dungeon.
I use beard oil. No, we're not. We're still on the beard oil.
With none of the beard oil. Why would you beard oil your pubes?
It looks like Davy
Goddamn.
Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean.
With the tentacles and shit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I use beard oil.
That was like Predator's father.
Yeah,
I love gold.
gold member.
Yeah.
It's
Austin
not-
Powers.
It doesn't
Who does
look
number
gold.
2 what for? That was in the first one, though.
Joe Son, the guy that was the Asian guy. He's like, who throws a shoe? Really?
Honestly, you fight like a woman.
That guy was in UFC. He was in UFC 3. His name is Joe Son. He was Chemo's manager in the first UFC.
Holy shit.
The guy that came out and ran around the ring with him with his hands up.
Yeah.
He's a stunt man in Hollywood, ended up getting cast in Austin Powers, and is now in prison for the rest of his life serving a murder a sentence for murder.
Really?
Yep, he murdered somebody as a gang, some kind of gang thing, and got caught up.
So apparently he didn't fight like a woman.
Well, he got punched. Well,
No.
Keith Hackney in UFC 4 punched him in the dick about 36
Well,
times.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. He punched him in the dick like 36 times and then got up and tried to shake his hand. It's like, motherfucker, you just fought like a bitch. There ain't nothing good sportsmanship about punching me in the dick. Get the fuck out of here. And he mushed his face for it. He mushed his face after the fight, which is understandable. Joe Son fought. He also fought in a thong one time in Japan.
That's sumo wrestling.
No. It was
like
MMA.
a glittery thong.
It was MMA. Joe Son-do was the name of his style because he's Korean, and the word Korean translates to way. It translates to way in Korean and Japanese. So, but Joe Son was Korean.
Was Korean?
Now he's just a prisoner.
He's probably still Korean.
Now he's got tattoos on his face and shit. But he was about being super Jesus-y because if you remember, Chemo brought the cross. He brought the cross to the ring, and then that next UFC, Joe Son tried doing it too and blew up on his way and had to have somebody take it off like halfway down the ramp. It was fucking hilarious.
Damn.
Yeah, because it was a big heavy cross and it's 200 pounds or something. Probably. It was
dude,
fucking
it
huge.
was
It had shit.
massive.
It has shit all tied into it. Chemo's like 6'3", 250 pounds on steroids and shit, and just huge, and was able to do it because his traps are enormous. And Joe Son's this
that
little
cross
bowling
didn't
ball.
even touch Chemo's back.
Yeah,
like that's how
Joe
big his
Son's
shoulders are.
Yeah, Joe Son's this little bowling ball pudgy fuck, and he tries doing this. He tries carrying the same cross to the ring. Didn't work out so hot for him. He blew up halfway down. He's like, "Fuck, get this thing off of me! I got to fight in like 30 seconds." He got the win. Chemo got the win in that UFC because he was the first one to put a chink in the armor of Hoist Gracie.
Yep.
It took 3 shows to show. It doesn't matter. Fighting is so much more than just any one facet.
Yep, it's learning and adaptability.
Yeah, it is. It is. And you have to be well faceted at the ground game, at stand up, because
And see,
Hoist
that's the
Hoist Gracie couldn't punch his way out of a wet paper bag,
No.
but he could strangle the fuck out of you.
See, but that's the great thing about combat sports is
How quickly it evolved.
you can go, like when Matt Hughes just embarrassed Hoist Gracie.
at UFC 60.
He embarrassed him. Like Hoist Gracie was doing his comeback thing. Matt Hughes flat out said, "Look, old man, this ain't the same." Like he called him old man. He was like, "Look, old man, this isn't the same game."
And
when
it
you
wasn't 2
started.
years after that he was the old man.
Yeah. And that's just it now.
That's how quick it is.
Like
That's why
in the
it doesn't-
beginning for a fighter to be around 10, 15 years wasn't shit. That okay. Yeah, you're a mainstay.
That shit ain't
Now
happening now.
you got like a 5, maybe 7 year window if you're lucky. 10 if you're a legend.
Optimum. Yeah.
10 if you're a legend. But 5 to 7 years,
Dude.
and that's when the sport passes you by.
Speaking of legends, Demetrius Johnson pulled off the most legendary fucking finish to a UFC fight I've ever seen in my life
That was
last
nasty.
night. He back suplexed this guy and caught him on the way down and put him in a fucking armbar.
Damn.
Yeah.
Put him in was the armbar was 85% finished when he landed on the ground.
Yep.
So was it like already like one fluid motion?
Dude,
It looked
was,
like, you know how Brock Lesnar, German super. Imagine if Brock could position himself mid German suplex into an armbar. You're upside down, and he flips into an armbar out of a suplex.
I gotta look
It's. Are you pulling it up?
I am.
It's nasty, man.
It's so
I
cold.
saw it. It popped up on my
So
feed, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
that is.
This is how you
It was cold. It
This
was
is how you
cold,
finish a fucking fight,
dude.
And it was
no
in the,
one.
and it was in the 5th round.
Yeah,
he did that.
Yeah, when you're dead.
Yes.
When you
23
got
minutes
nothing left.
into the fucking fight.
Yeah. It was. Isn't that who they call Mighty Mouse?
Yes.
Yeah.
The dude's a legend.
Which, yeah, he
dude's a
is
fucking-
arguably, it's probably between him and Anderson Silva, who's the greatest fighter of all time in UFC.
Yeah.
It's a toss up between. Here's the thing, either I wouldn't say Anderson because Anderson had plenty of his knocks. John Jones, but we know that John Jones is tainted, and Mighty Mouse didn't fight the caliber of people that John Jones fought.
Dude, he's fought Olympians and shit.
Right, but John Jones fought high caliber after high caliber. I want to see that again once he watches it.
Oh shit!
How cold is that? How fucking cold
Back
is
it up. Back it up.
Dude, that was fucking awesome.
It's so nasty. It's
Yeah.
just so nasty.
Dude was flopping like a fish out of water. He
Oh,
still
yeah,
caught his own.
man.
He doesn't know what the fuck to do.
That's unreal.
To have the presence of mind to finish a fucking, not only a fight, but you're setting the record for most title defenses, and you do it in the most dominant fucking way possible.
God
That's
damn.
how fucking good that guy is.
It's
insane. How
yeah.
good he
Demetrius Johnson he's another one of those fighters that when we talk about
11 title defenses.
yeah, when we
The
talk
most
about
in UFC history.
when you talk
More
about
than Anderson
fight
Silva.
intelligence,
Yep.
like Anderson Silva has fighter intelligence. GSP has fighter intelligence. They literally throw feints, act like they're going to punch just to see how you're going to react. Like if you're going to, like whenever someone flinches at you and it makes you flinch and cock that right out to the side and they know that a right hook is coming, now they're going to bait you for it.
And
They're going to throw
knock you out.
they're going to throw that left jab again as a feint just to make you hook that right hand, but as they throw that left jab, they're going to duck under it and come across with either a right straight, like a overhand right, or a left hook over the top of your right hook. And they're just going to clean you out.
Unless they stub their toe first.
Unless they still got
I ain't cleaning shit.
Haley. Haley.
The best that I've seen with that was
With countering?
it was Connor. It was Connor that set someone up with that.
Conor McGregor's one of the best ever.
'Cause he was
one of
fighting
the
southpaw,
early
and when he-
examples that
When
I
he
could think
feinted
of,
that right straight jab,
Pedro Hizzo.
yeah, and he
the
started to
early
throw that
days.
left hook, and then Connor saw it, and he was like, "Okay,
Chuck
bitch, I got
Liddell.
you." Dude,
Knock you out, backing up.
Chuck would fucking be going backward and knock you the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like taking steps backward and just bam. But that relies on hip power. That is being able to pivot your hips so fast in a way all the momentum channels through your arm. That's kinetic energy. That anybody can do that. You don't have to be smart to do.
What McGregor hit Aldo with.
Jose Aldo, that
13 seconds.
dude, Connor was popping back and forth, and he feinted a few right jabs just to see Jose Aldo's left hand come up.
He knew that he was going to throw
He
it.
knew it, and so he baited him. And when he did, he jumped backward and just rocked him
Caught
right
him.
in the fucking
When he didn't
face.
jump back, he took the he
Oh, yeah,
stayed
well, he
in the
caught a
pocket
little bit
and
of it, yeah.
He caught,
But he
had already hit him and then caught the remainder of the punch and just ate it because he knew that he was going to fucking blast this dude right in the mouth and either knock him out or
take some shit.
fucking-
You could eat a
or
shit sandwich.
hurt him or hurt him either way. And he just down Aldo went right on top
And that
of him.
punch that
hammer
Aldo hit McGregor with barely even phased him.
Oh no, nothing
Like,
at
it
all.
just-
he went straight down and just hammer fisted his face, and That was it. He popped him with a couple of fucking heavy ass hammer fists.
Donkey Kong fu, baby.
Right in the lunchbox.
Donkey Kong fu. That's a personality changer right there.
Oh yeah. It's like, oh wait, I'm sorry. I was on my way to work. I did not mean to do that. Why did I get out of my car?
I forgot to brush my teeth this morning.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's a good time.
So yeah. So that was good stuff last night. And then Derek Lewis ends up hurting himself, and so some
What
guy off
happened
the
there?
prelim, I don't know, he hurt his back or something.
Was it a fight night last night? Is that what? Yeah. I
UFC was
totally
last
missed
night.
it.
There was 2 title fights.
I was playing Rocket League.
Kevin Ferguson beat or
Still ain't play
not
that game.
Kevin Ferguson. Tony Ferguson beat the Motown phenom Kevin Lee, choked him out in the 3rd round. It was a good fight. It wasn't very competitive. Ferguson opened it up pretty early. He outclassed him, and you see that a lot in the UFC. That's what the problem is with the story. There's no story. You can't.
Nobody gets a chance to stick around long enough to build anything.
Well, that's the thing. It's such a iron sharpens iron, and as soon as you sleep on one, you're
you can
past.
even people try to say, "Oh, well, they're protecting this fighter," and blah blah blah. Look, man, it doesn't matter how good you are. They can pick.
You don't do the hard work.
Look, you can literally go get someone out of a gym that has never had a professional fight, and you don't know how they're going to react when they get in that fucking cage. You don't know. How many times have we seen people, it was their first UFC fight, going against a fucking veteran, and the veteran gets their ass handed to them?
Oh, that happens. I actually usually whenever I see it depends on where it's at in the card. But if it's early in the card, or if it's on one of the first fights on the main card, or something like that, or if it's on the undercard, I'm usually gonna go with the
new guy. Yeah. Because they've got more to prove.
Old dogs, man. Especially if it's a guy
People
that's
get
8 or
comfortable.
9
Yeah,
in.
people get comfortable and they stay in their fighting style. But now you got this dude who's hungry,
and
literally
and
hungry.
You don't know him. Unknown entity.
Yeah. You don't have fight footage on him. You don't have any video to watch.
You're not able to train
analyze.
fast twitch.
Yeah,
you're not able to train those fast twitch reactions like what Connor had against Jose.
And not only that, but you got a dude who literally has nothing to lose. He's going to throw everything at you, and sometimes that's all it takes. If you can overwhelm someone in the beginning, because you watch most fighters, if you watch fighters that have been in UFC for 4 or 5 years, they fight at a pace. They keep a pace. You get some new dude in there that's got some shit to prove and wants to show he belongs.
Comes in head
He's going to
knocking.
come out. Yeah, he's going to come out fucking windmill punching at you. Like, fucking like there are some times where you see someone who just overwhelms another fighter as soon as the referee says fight, and you're like, oh,
That's
Jesus,
why
he wasn't
everybody
prepared. No, he wasn't ready.
That's why everybody likes heavyweight fighters.
Oh yeah,
Because they're like,
heavyweight fights
I
can
need to-
end real quick.
I need to get out of here as quick as possible. I am almost tired already.
A minute and 30 seconds, 90 seconds into a fight, man, you see it. They're like,
it's-
fuck this.
The conditioning, though, some of the guys have fantastic conditioning in the heavyweight division, but like Cain
especially the ones,
Velasquez,
especially the ones that are under 230 pounds. Those guys.
Fabricio Verdun.
Oh,
he's
dude,
got great conditioning.
yeah.
He won in 65 seconds last night. The guy that replaced Derek Lewis. I was really looking forward to that fight because Derek Lewis talked a lot of shit. So Derek Lewis is the one that's been all over. He beat Travis Brown,
Right.
and was just all over Travis about taking Ronda Rousey from him, and just everywhere in public, just I'm taking your girl. That's it. She's coming home with me now. All this shit, just bad mouthing, and it's Ronda Rousey, you know. So it's like, damn, how the mighty have fallen. Now she's with some dude that gets beat up, and
And she gets beat up.
and she gets beat up, and she's gonna go to WWE and be the smallest one there and get beat up.
By Asuka.
Oh,
Oscar put him.
I'm going to tell you right now. What do you want to bet if that fight really happened?
she's gonna be
Asuka would kick her teeth out of her mouth.
right.
What do
She's
you
gonna
want to
be at
bet?
she's gonna be at the next. No. Ronda would wreck.
You think?
Ronda would wreck any of those people in an actual fight.
I don't know.
in a shoot fight.
You would think the same thing about someone like Goldberg, who had trained in jiu-jitsu all those years, played NFL, all that. Jericho whooped his ass.
Jericho was a catch wrestler, though. There's a difference.
It's Chris Jericho, though.
No, I'm
Asuka
saying-
was a shoot wrestler. Asuka fought women over in Japan.
She was no world champion fighter, though. Goldberg ain't no world champion, man.
You know,
He had the belt, though.
we're not talking about in wrestling. We're not.
Goldberg ain't no jiu-jitsu world champion.
No.
You see his
The look of disdain.
on Dirtnap.
Disdainful Dave.
Disdainful Dave. Yeah, there it was.
Is that look in Bulldog's fucking windmill arm flame? I wish the YouTube was up right now.
They can make gifs.
Just
Make a gif of it. Me doing windmill. Dave like,
You said GIF?
yes, because that's how the guy who originally created that file format pronounces
So it's
it.
graphics interchange format?
Oh, I don't know. Do you go to the zoo to see the giraffes?
Do I go to the zoo to see the giraffes?
Uh-huh. The
No.
giraffe?
No. 'Cause that's not how
You know
it's
those
pronounced.
animals
It's
with
a
the long...
GIF.
No,
It's a GIF.
those animals with the long necks. What are they called?
Sriracha.
Yeah.
There's
Anyway,
a lot of R's in that word.
the guy who created graphics interface format,
It's okay.
he calls it GIF.
Cool.
So I would say that
It's an
if you
acronym.
created it,
Andy
you get to name it.
Andy Warhol.
Okay.
He created a bunch of weird Campbell soup cans bullshit.
Yeah.
He talked funny.
If he named them a certain thing though, like a certain art style.
He's like, that's a tomato soup can.
Oh God.
See, exactly.
Fuck.
Exactly.
Then that's what I would call it though. If that's the way that the dude that created whatever said it.
Like tomato soup on a picture.
Tomato.
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 I'm fine with. Tomato, I'm fine. Potato is the one that I'm like, what? the fuck?
Potato.
Nobody says potato, cunt. Fuck off.
Everybody says potato.
You're such a potato.
Bunch of potato head. Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head. What's that lady's name? Mrs. Potato Head.
Roasted potato head.
Dude, fried potato head.
Potato waterhead.
Potato water head.
Silliness.
It took Dirtnap a minute to get that last one. Goldberg had the belt.
Blanched potato.
like doting girl Blanche standing over top of the potatoes. Like that's a point.
She was a hooah.
She was the best. I loved her.
I loved
I wanted to fuck the shit out of Betty White. I still want to fuck the shit out of Betty White.
Betty White in 1940s. Oh my god.
Oh, have you seen what that woman looked
Yes.
like when she was? Oh my god.
She was not hard to look at.
Oh
She
no,
was
she
dime.
Fuck, yes, she was
Dime.
gorgeous.
I just don't understand why everybody likes me so much. Because we want to show you our dicks.
Yes,
Even the 92.
I don't give a
shit.
fuck.
You
How
still-
old is she? How
She's
old is she?
92. Yeah.
92, 93.
Holy
I
shit.
still show
And
her
she's
the
still
penis.
Kicking strong.
kicking
Ralphie May
asses.
can't fucking kick it, but
Yeah, he's rest in
well, he
peace,
did
Robert.
kick it.
Yeah.
That dude hasn't.
44 years old,
That
wasn't he? Or
dude
46?
hasn't raised his foot up higher than to climb a stair and fucking since he was
true.
15. Get the fuck out of here, Ralphie May. I don't feel sorry for him. That's the same thing as somebody ODing on heroin or fucking you abuse your body like that. That's abuse, man. That shit was in the Guinness Book of World
I'm
Records.
big, but at least I know that I can go out and run right now. Like I can still run. I can still go
Being
play
that
sports.
big, yeah.
I can still go play sports. I can work up a sweat and know that I'm not gonna die. Like,
Dude, we should have. I think that we should have a section because we have carts for people that are too big at Walmart. I think we should have a sobriety area for alcoholics. We should at the WalMarts. We should have a area without the lights turned on for the people that are crackheads and meth heads because bright lights fucking freak them out. So we should help everybody with terrible addictions
Should
and
have
afflictions
fur on the walls for the ones who
and
smoke
abuse
weed.
problems because that's what that is. That's an abuse problem. It's not
it is.
in 99% of the cases you don't get to be 500 pounds. I don't care what your thyroid is.
It's not gonna be that lacking.
600 pounds, 700 pounds, that kind of size, 500 pounds.
Well, and when you get to that point where you're 700, 800 pounds and you're bedridden, someone's enabling you. They're bringing you that fucking food.
Yeah.
Because at some point, you can't get up out of bed to go get the fucking food.
Dude.
Someone's bringing it. So if that's the case, it should get to the point where you go into a ketogenic state, where your body starts eating its own fat.
Well, it's what
Bring some celery or something. Fuck.
it's just the worst, man. It's just so
Peanut butter, ranch.
For anybody. That doesn't.
Dip
I
that
don't
shit.
feel.
Okay,
I don't.
that's
I
right.
can't feel bad for Ralphie May. I can't. He was a very smart man.
Same thing with John Panette and Louis Anderson.
Yeah,
They're all
just
gone?
killing yourself with
John
terrible
Panette
abuse.
is.
Because Ralphie May, it just wasn't the food that he was doing. Every time he came to Evansville, he'd go get shit faced down at the peephole.
Yep.
He'd go to the closest bar, waddle on over, and then drink the night away. And what do you expect when you're abusing yourself like that? You can't expect to continue any kind of quality of life whenever you're constantly abusing yourself. Your body's a machine, and if you're just putting the worst shit in it all the time,
You
gonna
said
pay
your
the
body's a
fucking
machine.
piper.
Your body's a machine. Imagine you drive a car that requires unleaded gas and you put diesel in it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what he was doing for a long time, keeping himself going with filler. That was a lot of fucking processed food.
Yeah.
Chimichangas, fucking
Chimichangas.
frozen
chimichangas.
frozen foods. All that
Shut up,
frozen,
Dave. You're making us hungry.
All that frozen processed bullshit.
Oh, man,
A lot of Red Baron pizzas and
Oh
stuff.
man, I eat some
Jack's Links.
Oh
That's
yeah,
so bad.
Fucking
There's so much stuff in that shit that's terrible for you.
Jack Links
Dude,
has so much
and then-
protein though.
No, the nitrates and the sulfides that they put in to processed meat, especially. That's first of all, that's where the majority of people develop cancer from. Is processed food.
That's bad.
Yeah. Second is if you're drinking, most likely, water from the tap. If you're drinking non-purified filtered water, all of the fluoride and the shit that they put, the chemicals they put in water to make it the public health standard to be labeled consumable, it's poison. It's killing you.
Tap water.
Yes.
Shit.
Do you know Aaron
filter.
Brockovich? You remember that movie?
Hell
It's
yeah.
based on a real story.
I had to watch it. Some
you
girl
know-
told me she got naked and fucking bitch lied.
So check
Yeah,
this out.
I got fooled into watching that
Look,
movie. So.
Loaded rings.
Aaron Brockovich, the real Aaron Brockovich, was, I don't know if that's still going on, but at one point was looking into Evansville's water.
Oh shit.
No shit, because of the chemicals they put in it and the correlation with the cancer rates here. Also, we live in what's called the sacrificial zone
People just let us go.
in Indiana.
Taco Bell introduces new menu
No.
items here first.
The sacrificial zone means per square mile, we have more factories than almost anywhere in the U.S.
I believe that.
Perfect.
And they've shown maps that show our air quality here. It is red, whereas everyone else is kind of like a light to faint yellow, unless you're in a major metropolitan area, of course. But this is southern Indiana we're talking about. Even Indianapolis's air quality is not as bad as ours. So just going outside and breathing here is toxic.
Dude, we make corn here. Don't eat our corn in Indiana.
Nope.
You're die.
They don't. All the corn that's made in Indiana is fed to fucking horses and pigs and all the stuff that we eat. And
So we're
the
still
meat
going to
anyway.
eat it.
Yep.
Well, I don't know about the horse. Though.
Yep.
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 The pit.
Unless you go, there's a restaurant in New York that'll actually let you watch the butchering of the animal that you'll eat occur.
Did I get sick?
I've actually butchered,
Can't do it.
and what?
Can't do it.
I like my meals without eyes.
Oh, shut up.
It's because then I start to empathize.
Joe
with the
Joe
food.
Rogan was actually talking about this with Cameron Haynes. Cameron Haynes.
Connection
What?
of. Go
No,
ahead.
well, okay, Cameron Haynes is the dude that runs those, he runs a marathon a day.
Yeah,
A day.
he's an ultra marathoner.
Yes, and he does ultra marathons that are 200 to 250 miles over the course of like 2 or 3 days. It's not, you run nonstop. Like you can take a break here, but It's insane. Like, he does ultra marathons. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. But also
Like
Cameron
3
Haynes.
days, they take 3 days to complete.
Cameron Haynes is the reason Under Armour created their hunting division. Cameron Haynes is a master trophy elk hunter. And when I say trophy elk hunter, I don't mean he goes to a preserve where you pay to go hunt and the elk are just kind of there. No, he goes into the mountains to camp for like 7 or 8 days by himself. So picture this. He's in the wilderness for a week with no cell phone signal, no nothing. It's just him and a fucking bow. And he bow hunts. And bow hunting, not even with a gun. And elk. Sometimes elk are 800 to 900 pounds. And these things they're intelligent, they are fierce, and they are un-a-fucking afraid. And he takes them down with bows. And he got Joe Rogan into bow hunting. And the thing is, they were talking about it, and I had never really thought about this. They're like, you ever look at the steaks that you buy or the meat that you buy in a market and how red, like how bright red it is? Mm-hmm. That's not how your meat's supposed to look. Fresh quality meat should be almost a maroonish purple. And I when I was listening to this, I was like, holy shit, he's right. Because I remember when I used to hunt deer. Dude, you kill a deer and you go to skin it, dude, it's a deep maroonish purple color, man. When you're cutting the flanks and the steaks off of it and everything, and there is nothing. Oh, shut up.
Sounds delicious.
It is, dude, but that's just it. That wild game meat is the healthiest thing you can eat.
Yeah, low fat content.
Yeah,
yes, and it is all protein. But even that animal fat is healthy for you.
Yeah.
These are animals that only feed on what they're supposed to feed on. They're not pumped full of steroids. They're not given like fault grain diets and all this shit. What?
Yeah, nothing. Go.
But the thing is, the reason why that meat is so dark is because, and I love this term, nutrient dense.
Yes.
It is so nutrient dense.
Like broccoli.
Yes. Actually, the darker your broccoli is, the healthier it is for you.
I love broccoli.
If you get bright green broccoli, it's not as good as if you find dark green, like where it almost looks like spinach on top. And the stalks are even a darker shade of green.
I might be able to hunt, though. I can't watch some person kill another animal.
Well, no, here's the thing, though. When you hunt, like if you want to go deer hunting, you have to know how to clean the deer. You got to know how to field dress it, first of all.
I don't know how to do that.
To field dress.
That shit,
yeah,
son.
no shit. That's the amazing thing. With the internet now, you can learn to do anything. But field cleaning.
I'm so glad. I'm like, I don't have to learn how. I don't have to have my father teach me how to do anything.
Yeah, right.
But
this, I think, honestly, I think that
Bob Vila is my dad.
I think hunting is something every human being should know how to do and should practice. Because, and I'm not saying go trophy hunting. You're not out there looking for those monster 12, 13 point bucks.
No, that's for food, man.
Right. It's the hunt itself.
There's a lot of good meat on the face.
I get like sad when I pull a rotisserie chicken apart and I'm about to heat it up in the microwave. That must make me
Man, I bet old Cockadoodle-doodie over here, I bet he was awesome. I bet he was chill as fuck. I bet that's what you think, isn't it, Chubbs?
I was like, he had like a motherfucking
I bet he was chill as fuck.
Doing field dressing, you literally have to cut the stomach open and you have to take the entrails out. Because if that stays in there while you're think about this. Sometimes you may have to drag a deer 3-4 miles out of the woods to get it back to your vehicle and get it out of there. That time that animal is dead, it has so many microbes and things like that in its intestines.
It'll spoil the meat. Right.
And it will ruin all of the fucking meat if you don't take it out.
So you cut it open like Luke Skywalker?
Yeah, exactly.
What he did to the...
What he did to the Tauntaun. Yeah. Han did that.
Han did that.
What did he say? What's the line? Han says?
He goes, He goes, it ain't gonna smell great, kid, but it'll keep you warm, or something like
He was
that.
like, man, it smells. I thought it smelled bad on the outside. I was like, oh, that's what she said. I love that line.
By the way, I was
love that
watching one of those videos of High Thoughts where it has the computer generated voice reading these things, and he goes, "How come Jedi don't turn off other Jedi's lightsabers by force pushing the button?"
Nice.
Holy shit!
Nice.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's funny.
There's a plot hole there. Like, fuck.
Oh, we're talking about Star Wars and plot holes? Fuck. The Swiss cheese of fucking storylines? Wait a second.
You don't
You're
disparage
related?
the holy... No.
I would freak out if I found that.
Hold
out.
on. Time out. How come when Luke and Leia kiss...
It's weird.
Everybody's revolted and blah blah, but everybody cheered for Daenerys
Snow and
yeah.
Snow. Well, Targaryen and Targaryen.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Is that Game of Thrones?
Oh yeah, come on,
Because they were brother and sister.
Aunt and
It's a
nephew.
different-
Yeah,
time.
and Muslims are cool with it as long as it's far enough away. As long
Yeah,
as you're
as long
not
as it's
first
changed.
cousins.
First cousin, third cousin.
Yep. As long as you're outside of first cousins, or no, first cousins is okay.
Yep. Okay,
First cousins is cool.
but aunt and nephew is
I guess.
closer than cousin.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Well,
that's halfway removed from fucking your mom
Well,
or your dad.
depends if it's the aunt on the mom's side or the dad's side, though.
You're half removed from fucking your mom or your dad.
What if it's the step aunt?
Oh, that's fair game.
Yeah, I watch that porn all the time.
Stepmom porn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Look
Look
at
Dirtnap's face.
Gross.
drunken milf takes on young boy
I
with
like MILF porn.
18-year-old
I do, but no,
and
the mommy,
daughter.
sons, the incest stuff.
No, I mean, I'm talking
If
about
they talk-
stepmom. It's different.
But
Like,
no, but she's like, oh my god, this is so much better.
they're like
than your
the same
father.
age.
They're
Yeah.
so much better than your father. No,
No,
you
they're
can't
like-
bring any
they're both
other
like
relatives.
22
What
years old.
I like is when the stepson is like 28 and the stepmom's 23.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
okay. That counts.
Yeah. You said the dude is the dude.
The
that's
guy's got
fucking her-
gray hair.
Like,
His dick has sideburns.
Right.
you know, this is a 70s porno.
Got him.
Yeah, you're
That's
welcome
so
for that.
funny. One thing I noticed in porno. How come chicks don't ever have any space between their pussy and their buttholes like they do in real life?
Dude, okay, you're not the only one that's noticed this because I'm like,
they're always touching.
how come? Yeah, how come women in porn don't have taints?
they don't have taints at all? Because they done been.
That's
exactly what happened.
That's
to
exactly
him.
what happened. Boom.
And he's like, skeet, motherfucker.
Yes.
Skeet.
Oh, I skeet all over everything.
I'm sure you do.
That's
Call me Skeet Ulrich.
Skeet. Cousin Skeeter.
How happy was he?
How happy am I that he's not a thing anymore?
How happy was he though that his name was Skeet Ulrich when Lil Jon became a thing?
Dude, I'm saying he's sitting at home.
His
and
name,
well,
his name
well,
literally
I
means
will
jizz now.
I will never get that Oscar.
Who is Skeet
I don't
Ulrich?
even have a chance.
Okay,
I don't
Skeet
even have a
Ulrich.
chance at
Do
the
you remember
MTV
Scream?
Movie Award anymore.
Yeah.
You know the two killers, Matthew Lillard and
Yeah.
Skeet Ulrich.
Oh, the other dude, Billy?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep, you got it.
It wasn't Billy.
Yeah.
He was Billy.
Yeah. I don't know, but I'm just agreeing.
The tall,
pretty-
skinny one.
No, that's Matthew Lillard.
That's Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard.
That's
And
Shaggy from...
from
Yeah.
Scooby Doo, and then the dark-haired one is Skeet Ulrich.
That's Skeet Ulrich. He was in.
oh, Skeet.
He was in The Craft with Fairuza Balk too.
Yep.
Dollar Crap
Yeah,
is
he
such
tried-
a good movie.
Yeah, he tried to rape the main.
The one
chick
that's
and-
really ugly now.
Oh,
She's
Dude.
fucking hideous now.
Nev Campbell?
Hey, no. The
she's
Craft.
still hot.
The main chick with the red hair. We watched Danielle and I watched.
Robin something.
We watched Empire Records last night.
She was in that
I
too.
did not realize that was her. I've
It's the
seen
same
Empire Records so many times. I did not realize it was
It's
her
Robin
until
something.
halfway through.
What's her name? Robin something.
I can't remember.
Who cares?
Yeah, whatever.
She sucks. Fuck her. Fairuza Balk with that stupid fucking choker in The Craft. She looked like a chick that just wanted you to fuck her harder.
Robin
That was
Tooney?
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
See?
Yep.
Bam.
Yeah.
Bam. She's bald as fuck. And
Oh, she looks so hot in Empire Records.
Dude, she looks so hot right now.
what are you talking about? Let me see.
Look at that.
Is this today?
Really?
No, it's like... no, it's The Craft.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, she was
She
hot as fuck
then,
in the
but
Craft.
She ain't.
And in Empire Records with her shaved
got
head,
weird
she
looking.
was fucking gorgeous.
She got weird looking.
And with Fat Joe?
What?
Yeah, Fat Joe. Empire Records.
Where's Fat Joe?
No, you guys are thinking about a different. You're thinking about a
Empire
a white
Records
person
is
movie,
where they
and
work.
you're thinking about a black television show.
That's Empire.
Yes, Empire.
Empire Records is where
See?
the teen kids. It's got Liv
See?
Tyler.
You're welcome. Dirtnap bringing everybody together.
My name isn't fucking Warren. Empire Records. These kids work in a record store, and one of them steals $9,000 and takes it to Atlantic City because he finds out that the store's being turned into a mega corporate store. So he takes the day's earnings to Atlantic City and tries to gamble it to multiply the money so he can help save the store.
I would have took it to a strip club.
and loses
Yeah,
it.
he wins the first hand and doubles it, and then he goes, "Let it ride," and then he rolls a snake eyes, and it's over.
Wow.
Loser.
And that's crap.
I know Fat Joe was in the movie, though, about Empire.
Yeah, Fat Joe was definitely in Empire Records.
No, not
Not an Empire Records.
He was the,
Not an
he was
Empire
the one.
Records.
He was the one in the scene on the. He was the kid that got caught stealing CDs.
That is not.
He
That's
died in
Fat
a
That's
Joe.
shootout.
Warren.
That's Fat Joe.
Fat Joe. Lean back.
Fat.
Damn it.
Lean back.
I know who Fat Joe. That's who I'm talking about.
He's
The
a little
one-
blonde
He's got
kid.
them big Vienna sausage fingers.
Did he grow up to be Fat Joe?
No,
That's-
this is
yes.
a little skinny black.
Yes, he
God damn
did.
it, Dirtnap, shut up.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought he was in a movie called Empire. Right there.
Empire, not Empire Records.
Yeah, I thought it was the same thing, though.
No.
Yep, it's exactly the same thing.
God damn.
He wore a thong in that movie.
Chubsy, don't listen to
I'm
it.
trying, damn it.
God damn.
Oh yes. Chubsy.
Dental Dave, motherfucker.
There it is.
Dental Dave. That's the one you've been saving.
Yes. Motherfucker got gums like Kansas got planes.
Yes.
His air drumming
The
when he
only
just
thing going for
celebrated.
Kansas is that's what she compared to my gums. Yeah.
Gums like Kansas got planes.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Hell,
Savage.
Yes.
Thought of that Friday.
Yes.
Hello, Savage Department. This is Randy speaking.
Call and report a burn. That's good.
I love that. I love the picture of Sid Vicious and Macho Man Randy Savage together because that's not only savage, but it's also vicious. Have you seen that? It's
No.
fucking wonderful.
That's funny. It's clever. Frightfully clever.
And then there, like, someone actually took that picture from when Randy Savage brought that little phone, that telephone, into that promo that he did, and he's holding the phone up to his head. This is Savage Department, Randy speaking. That's one of my favorite memes.
Oh, God, that's so funny.
And then, because right below, I combined two of them, and I made a meme that said, Savage Department, Randy speaking, and below that's Peter Griffin saying, "Hello, Savagery Department, I'd like to file a claim."
Nice. I was calling a report a burn.
Sir, why are you calling for the fire department? Because there's some burn happening here.
Nice.
Where's the fire? On Tommy's face right now.
Right.
On Dirtnap's face.
Right here.
How will we be able to identify the victim? He got big ass gums.
Yeah.
Check his dental records.
He got more gum than Dentine.
Dude, that shit takes up that shit's got its own section in the Library of Congress. You gotta take. It's like
We're
call my
pretty sure
secretary.
Dirtnap is the founder of Wrigley's.
You gotta call. You gotta call my secretary in here. No, not the one that takes shorthand. That's my dentist. If anybody didn't know. Oh shit! Goddamn.
God damn.
Oh man.
Boom, boom, boom.
So how fired up are you for Hell in a Cell?
Super hype.
Dude, I already know Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens are going to
They're gonna beat the
load
shit out of each other.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be hard to
That's
follow.
the one thing that you have guaranteed, no matter who it is that's in there with him. Shane McMahon, if Shane McMahon is showing up for a pay-per-view, you know, basically, that's all he says backstage before they go out. They're like, Shane's just like, hey, we're just going to beat the fuck out of each other. Okay. Kind of like what Undertaker and Brock did
Yeah.
Hey, we're just going to beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll see you out there. That's all you got to do.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
What are the other matches tonight? Who's Gender?
New Day versus the Usos in a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, that's going to be nasty.
Yes,
sick.
they've had the best tag team matches.
Dude, I told you if they make the Usos heel, make them stop wearing the stupid ass paint and the bullshit. I knew that they would be over.
And they are. Yep, and they're digging them.
Yes,
people are digging them.
Yes, because they're great fucking heels.
The Fashion Files will happen again this evening.
Hilarious.
Lord.
Yeah,
it's been hilarious.
Who's Gender facing? Shinsuke. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that in a Hell in a Cell or no?
No, it's the regular match.
It's okay.
That would be crazy.
It's fine. Nakamura doesn't need a cell. He doesn't need a cell to tell a story.
He doesn't, but he's not going to win tonight.
I don't think so either. It's gonna be a dusty finish, so he's gonna be protected. He's gonna look like he's gonna be the champion, even though it only took one half-ass fucking whatever Gender's
The Colossal.
the Curry Crusher or whatever the fuck it's called. He did it. He started it with all that Japanese bullshit. So I'm gonna talk about him smelling like a taxi cab all the goddamn time. Fucking. Where he does the $1 Million Dream and the slam afterwards, the Curry Crusher,
Cobra Clutch Slam,
$1
Million Dream and Cobra Clutch, exact same thing.
Yeah,
it's a modified sleeper,
right? And so,
it's actually a more effective sleeper if you think about it.
Yeah,
because instead of just your arms around their neck and the back of their neck, it's more effective because you have their arm.
It's a shoulder crank.
Man. Yeah, and you basically are using
chokehold. It's a shoulder crank,
and you're using their arm to pull your arm further into their carotid artery.
To really finish that, though, instead of just grabbing the wrist, grab at the back of the elbow.
Yep,
and pull.
Oh yeah,
you get all
especially
that.
If they're wearing clothes. Hoist Gracie would make them pay for that.
Oh yeah,
you grab a hold of that sleeve and you just pull.
Yeah, if they don't give you the arm, then you can just take the arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just take it, but
kind of like Demetrius did,
right? And then there is Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be fantastic.
Yes. How is Ziggler going to come out? What is it going to be his entrance?
CM Punk. That's what everybody's calling for.
Oh, dude.
Let
me ask you this: are you enjoying the Dolph Ziggler meltdown?
Yeah, in a way.
I love it.
I dig it. I'm having fun with it. I'm enjoying the entire product.
I love when Dolph Ziggler acts like an asshole.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, it's heel Ziggler is what he should always be. Yeah. I don't like him as a fucking face. I don't want him to be a good guy.
Yeah.
You know, Ziggler is like my
I know,
one of my
your
top,
chubby face.
Yeah, that's my guy, man.
That's your Chubsy Slow.
That's my Chubsy Slow. That's my time release Viagra.
That's your time release Viagra. Yep.
That's your boner in slow motion.
That's what you call it, or you could call that's what you could call a really hot chick that can keep you hard.
Right.
The hours.
Dude, even after you, like, if a girl can make you nut and you still ready to go like 2 minutes later, that's your time release Viagra right there.
That's
your
Chubsy
Slow.
That's your Chubsy Slow.
That's Chubsito.
You can call your dick little if you want to.
It's just a figment of my imagination.
Your dick
It's a figment of everyone else's too.
Your dick is imaginary.
I did not mean to say
he
that.
He just burned himself. Somebody call 911. Chubsy's on fire.
He's got tattoos. He's got tattoos all down his arm. He's got a tattoo on his dick of his dick, but bigger.
It goes up onto his crotch area.
He's got it colored
in. He's got it colored in.
I meant to say some literal sensible word.
He has his dick tattooed up to his belly button.
Yeah.
It's there. Like, that's what girls say. It makes a big penis.
It's a placeholder.
Yeah. My napkin.
It actually goes. It's actually 11 inches to my spleen.
He's got a tattoo above his stomach that says jizz holder with an arrow pointing down to his belly button. It's awesome. It didn't say thug life, which you think it would, but it says jizz holder, and then there's an arrow pointing down to his belly button because that's where he shoots his wads. Because he lays down.
Hey,
I can make it.
Hey,
I can make it.
If Chubsy ever becomes a famous comedian and he holds an autograph signing, could we call it a meet and skeet?
Like, I'm not gonna go buy Chubsy Slow when I do my.
Oh, you will, sir, because we will show up
AKA
at your fucking shows.
I'm not gonna buy Knubsie Slow
look,
either.
Look, you know, eventually when he's playing clubs where you gotta pay to get in, he's gonna be like, I ain't I can burn you.
I charge. One day, motherfuckers, y'all paying doubles. I don't give a fuck what the ticket price is.
He's gonna be like,
Hey, free times 2 is still free, motherfucker. 0 times 2. Hey, whatever the ticket price is, make it a double.
But then 2 more. It's still 0, sir. Like, fuck you.
but you know, he's gonna be like, I ain't comping you motherfuckers tickets, but me, you just rest assured, Knubsie, that me and Dirtnap, we will pay those premium prices to be front row.
Chubsy.
Oh, dude. And I promise you that we will become a permanent part of your act. And the reviews will read, we have never seen a comic get shit on this much ever in history.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't mess up your opportunities to tell jokes. It would be all about you, Knubsie.
That's how
it would be.
I would, because you have the microphone at the time, so you got the power. He'd shit right back on you. All right, down, open, just pull your jawbone off, stub your toe, and then start to shit, and then just start to shit right down because he has the microphone. So you can't. It's hard to overpower somebody.
Oh, yes.
With a quick wit and a microphone when you don't have one.
But we're talking about Chubbs.
If
My wick is quick.
My wick is quick.
he said my wick is quit.
I mean, my wit is quick.
My wick is
That's
quick.
exactly what he said.
That's exactly what it
So speaking of wick quit, I'm going to start taking nootropics this week. I've got some Alpha Brain, so I got some. Yeah,
That's another thing Joe Rogan talks about all the time. And
nootropics. I'm going to start that this week.
Let me know how you feel
I'm
taking
excited.
that.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about going back to the vitamin shop and starting 5-HTP again.
Is that 5-finger death punch?
No, 5-HTP is it's neural. It's to help improve.
Boners?
No, it's part of the thermogenic stack that I was doing whenever I lost all that weight. And but it also improves your mental health, and it helps you focus. And I just felt better when I took it. Like it's a nutrient. Like there's something in it that you're supposed to get from food, but the problem is these processed foods and stuff have been so killed and murdered down and watered down that they no longer have these types of nutrients that you need. And so when you take this, at first I was like, oh, this is bullshit. But then I started reading personal reviews, and they're like, give it 2 weeks. You're going to feel better. Your thoughts are going to be more clear. You're going to be more decisive about the thing, like focusing on tasks, multiple tasks, like being able to compartmentalize and organize everything. And
that's what I'm trying to do. I want to live optimally.
Yes.
That's
Efficiency.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of my goals. So I'm going to start. I'm going to start tomorrow after my first meal. I'm going to take, because it says to take it with a meal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to wait until 2:00. And I did the research, and there's a vitamin B. There's vitamin B in there for energy, but it's early enough in the day still. It's 2:00 where I'll still be able to go to sleep by 10. With that being said, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it, to see what type of mental clarity it can provide. And I just want to. I do want to live optimally. I do.
See, another thing that, like, okay, here's what
I
I was taking during that time. Triple strength green tea extract.
Okay.
It's like a 1600 EPA fish oil, omega-3 fish oil, which too many people get the 300, which the dosage that you take is about the equivalent of taking a bite of salmon. That's it. You're not getting what you need. So that, and the EPA is where that is, not the milligrams of the pill, but the actual EPA rating. So I'm taking the 5-HTP, the omega-3 fish oil, choline and inositol, triple strength green tea extract, and there was one other that's escaping me right now. But anyway, these I had 5. There were 5 things that I was stacking together, and that and working out 5 days a week, and eating an 80 to 90% paleo diet. That's what caused me to lose 73 pounds in 6 months.
Sure.
Paleo, what's that word?
Huh?
Paleo.
Paleolithic. Yeah. Paleo. It's caveman diet.
Yeah.
You eat meat, vegetables, fruit, nuts. Not peanuts, but actual nuts. Because peanuts are legumes. They're not good for you.
What's the leg?
They're not. They don't have they don't have the nutritional benefit of actual nuts, like macadamia nuts, cashews, things of that nature. They don't have
Almonds.
right.
Almonds
Almonds are one of the best things you can eat.
Yep.
Hey, 10 almonds a day would change your life.
Yeah, actually.
I eat a lot of almonds.
I eat a lot of Snicker almonds. I need to stop that.
And get them salted. Salt is not bad for you. Salt is good for you. Joe
Lots
Rogan
of
was
salt
talking.
is bad for you.
Lots of anything
Exactly.
is bad, but everything in moderation, even moderation.
Ugh.
No, like listen to what I said there. Everything in moderation, even moderation, which means don't deprive yourself of things. Like if you have a craving for something sweet, get something sweet. Just don't go fucking overboard with it. The problem is when people deprive themselves of things that they want, you're like, no, I can't have that. I can't have an ice cream. I can't have a banana split. I can't have a sundae. I can't. And then all of a sudden, I can't fucking, I'm getting it, but I'm not going to get what I normally would have if I would have just gotten this one thing. Since I'm doing it, I'm going all the fuck out.
Getting like 8 Klondike bars.
Yes, exactly.
Let's see, that's
People go crazy with it because you deprive yourself of something that you like, that you enjoy, and then it becomes an excess.
It's what happens is habit. You have a cue and a stressor that occurs. Something that happens at your job, at home, somewhere.
Cats.
And you freak out, and you want the routine to include that food, that sweet, that whatever. And so your reward is having that mouth pleasure. And what you have to replace you have to replace those types of
You have to change your thinking. Yeah, you have to change
your
behaviors.
routines,
Yes,
your
very
routine.
good.
So your habits become different. So you don't. And yes, it is fine to have sweets every once in a while. But
Well, not
use
only
it
that,
as
like
you
pizza.
don't-
Pizza is America's favorite food, literally. But like when I was on paleo, at first I made that mistake, and for 4 months I did not have any pizza because it has bread, and I was like, no, I'm not eating dough and dairy, cheese. I'm not doing it. And then I talked to other paleo people, and they were like, dude, don't do that. If you want to have a pizza every now and then, eat 2 slices and be done. If you're still hungry later, make you some eggs, get back to your regular food, but you still got to enjoy. And the other thing is, slow it down and enjoy. When you're eating something that is out of your now norm that you've created, when you are eating something like that, enjoy it. Take your time with it. That way you can savor it. You can get that like if you scarf it down, your brain doesn't even have time to process that it's enjoying this thing. So that's why what you should have, a piece or 1 or 2 slices of pizza becomes 3/4 of a pizza, and then you're sitting there feeling like shit, and
then 2 hours later you eat the rest of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know that feeling though.
Yeah, and that it makes you feel terrible. Like this week we had our annual fall festival. I actually ended up going. I went Monday through Friday.
I smashed it on Friday. God damn.
And I lost 2 pounds this week.
What?
From shitting himself.
Yeah.
Well, no, I
went on Friday and that was it.
Intermittent. I kept to my schedule.
Intermittent fasting.
Yeah, and I didn't overeat. I didn't go down there and spend 40.
By the way, I
bucks
started
or
doing
anything.
that this week.
It's fucking amazing, bud.
I don't weigh myself or anything, but I feel different. like whenever I'm getting that stomach rumble around 11 or noon, I'm just like, holy shit. I know that my body's gonna start.
It's burning fat.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
using
when I
that
work
fat.
out, in the mornings, by the time that I wake up, I stop eating by 10. By the time I wake up, everything that I've eaten at
It's
10
gone.
is completely digested. So it's been completely. That is, my body is working.
You wake up
off of
at
its
what,
stores.
6?
I wake up at 5:30.
5:30.
Yeah, I wake up, but I don't get to the gym until 7. But you digested everything, so your body is working off of its stores of energy. What does the body store as energy?
Fat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so when I go and do high intensity cardio and burn 480 calories in 20
yoga?
minutes, when I go and do hot yoga, I do hot yoga in the afternoon on Sundays.
Right.
That's a little bit different. I've eaten already by the time, because it doesn't happen until 4. But whenever I get up and run first thing in the morning, and I lift, I'm using just stored energy for that, to accomplish those feats, to accomplish those tasks, to push those weights, to make that arc trainer sing beautiful music in operation, and it just sits there and mocks you
And bring the pain.
it just sits there and fucking mocks you. I hate those fucking machines, man.
yeah.
Sometimes they're just like, yep, we're here.
It's
We're ready.
a
We're ready to
love-hate.
go. How hard can you push yourself? Because I can take it.
Have you ever been
That's-
on an arc trainer, Nubs?
No, what's that?
Imagine an elliptical combined with a stair climber.
Yeah.
It is literally, it just pounds the shit out of your legs.
It's
Fuck.
but it's low impact.
Yeah.
But it's low impact on
like
your knee.
this?
It's
Yeah.
up like
it
this.
raises.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
It does a stair motion with an elliptical.
I've just been on elliptical.
Yeah. So it's like the elliptical, but it goes higher. Like the range of motion isn't so
it
much.
actually
this.
it rotates
goes
up like this, and it makes
goes
you
up.
push down.
It makes you
Oh,
like
yeah,
this.
it's been
Yeah.
elliptical.
Yeah.
And
So
you can set the intensity levels higher and higher, where you
Right.
have to push harder to
Right.
make it move. Oh my god!
and it'll tear your quads and your hamstrings up, and if you work it
One
the right
thing
way,
for sure:
is your
stretch
calves.
before and stretch after.
Well, I do. That's what I do to warm up and do my cardio. I do that, and it's all on fat. It's all on fat energy, and then I lift, and then I go and I work for a few hours. But when I get to work, I drink water, drink a lot of water. I'm usually almost half a gallon in by the time I eat my first meal. So then I've been averaging between 3/4 and a gallon of water a day since for the last couple of weeks. I've got this new. I wanted to reduce my environmental impact, because I was drinking out of these large plastic bottles all the time, like I have this morning. But I purchased it's called a Bubba cup, and I got it at Walmart for like $9, and it's 32 ounces, just like this, and I drink 4 of those. It's easier. It's actually easier because the mouth is wider, and so the water goes down quicker.
That's what she said.
Yeah, so I love apple juice.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Hold on.
Wait, let's finish.
So this week, the whole week, I went through 2 gallons.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
It's a reduction.
Oh, that's you got to figure. I was going through 4 or 5 big gallon bottles a week.
I thought it was like 2 gallons a day.
No. What?
Yeah, that's a lot of apple juice.
No.
I'm just straight chugging this shit,
No.
man.
No, but it would be 4 or
My
5
toes
gallons
hurt.
of apple juice a week.
That's
like
crazy.
in 7 days. But now this past week, 2, and
Good
the
for
rest
you.
of it water. I did have 2 sodas this week, which normally I don't drink soda.
Okay.
But I did have 2 sodas. But what I ate this week, the majority of what I ate was baked salmon and roasted Brussels sprouts and eggs.
Nice.
Sounds good. That sounds good.
I had last night. I had Mongolian barbecue.
Oh man.
And I
Big
ate-
Bang or Machop?
Big Bang. Yeah, and I went
I haven't
hard.
been
I
there.
went hard on the
That's good
veggies.
shit.
I went real hard on the veggies.
Gotta go
and-
hard on the veggie too.
And it's there's a lot of fiber in those veggies.
Oh man, I'm telling you, bro. I take a shit right after 30 minutes.
I'm telling you,
Oh, yeah.
it was. They're really good. And I've been taking care of business, and I use some Charlie's Tears. That's the hot sauce.
Yeah.
I use a lot of that.
I use like 4 or 5.
I like
it's-
sriracha.
Yeah, the sriracha, that was half of my thing too. It went hard. I really do enjoy that Mongolian barbecue place.
We need to get sriracha to be a sponsor of the show.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, dude, Knubsie actually had a brilliant fucking idea. I won't say
yeah.
I won't say their name
Yet.
but he whenever he came in, he goes, "Hey, where do you get your e-liquid from?" And I told him the name of the company, and it's through a website, and they're based out of Atlanta, Georgia. And I was like, he goes, "You should contact them and see if they would want to be a sponsor." And I was like,
web presence.
I
is what I
fucking,
said.
yeah, dude, they have a national, and I was like, I never even, something I use every day. And I was like, fuck, man, I didn't even consider that. And especially for people that listen to the show that smoke and maybe are interested in vaping, fuck, I mean, that has changed my life. That July 7th, 2011 was the last cigarette I've ever smoked. I could tell within a month the difference in breathing. Also, I don't get fucking bronchitis every year now like I used to. I don't get when I smoked, it was at least once or twice a year I would get super fucking sick.
Yeah. Tobacco's
For a week.
terrible for you.
Yeah. And now I don't get that. If I get sick, something has gone wrong. I don't really get
There's
ill
no
anymore.
benefit to tobacco use.
No.
None. It's the
the great thing-
stimulant outside of the occupation of time. That's really what it's
4,000 carcinogens and toxins are in every single cigarette.
exhaled. It's whenever you exhale 4,000 carcinogens.
But that's also what you inhale.
No,
when it's
you
burning.
inhale a smaller amount. You exhale when it's combined with everything that's in your lungs.
Well, yeah,
that's why
'cause
secondhand smoke is more dangerous.
Yeah, it takes everything, like bad shit, from your lungs and brings it out into the air. And that smoke is so thick that it lets it hang. It's not like you breathing, where you just breathe a little bit out. The smoke actually helps carry it.
Well, it's a combination of everything.
Yeah.
Whatever the chemical reaction that makes you, whenever you breathe in, it's something, and whenever you breathe out, it's something else.
Yeah.
Whenever that occurs
Breathe
with the
out.
tobacco smoke, that's when the 4,000 carcinogens are created.
Okay.
Yeah, it's terrible, and that
But
that was
this-
part of the reason that helped me quit
E-liquid,
smoking cigarettes.
E-liquid is literally propylene glycol, which, for those of you that don't know, you breathe in anytime you go into a hospital. Propylene glycol is used in filtration systems to help sterilize the air.
Oh, okay.
Vegetable glycerin, which is used in almost everything you cook with. Anything, salad dressings, anything.
Catalina.
If you read even health foods, you can read vegetable glycerin is most likely on the list of ingredients in it. And then nicotine and food safe flavorings, and that is all that is in e-liquid.
Food safe flavorings. Melon sweat.
Homemade.
But and nicotine is no worse for you than caffeine. It does the exact same thing.
Teriyaki bed sheets.
What the fuck?
That's the flavor of the week.
Teriyaki. Oh my god.
Or sex pineapple.
Szechuan sandwiches.
Oh, this one's out.
Everybody's going crazy about that McDonald's
I know.
Szechuan.
Everybody blew up on that shit.
I've
like
never
8
even
people.
tried it.
Yeah, I don't even remember the movie Mulan. Shit, no, I'm just kidding.
I remember the movie, but I don't remember what happened.
Chinese women. This is before they learned how to park. Oh wait, they still haven't.
I taught a
that's
girl
still,
how to drive.
it's a true statement. It's a true statement.
Yeah, he's
You
right.
know, I'm not
They
saying
didn't have cars back then.
exactly.
And if they
They've
had,
had cars. They've had
if
over
they
100
had, they
years.
wouldn't have been allowed to drive them.
Probably not.
They had to dress up like a boy. Was that Japan or China?
Japan was.
Mulan, because it's
Oh well,
dragon.
Mulan's Chinese.
Is
Well,
China- are you sure?
Japanese have dragons,
Exactly.
But she had a
but
Chinese
no,
dragon with her.
Mulan is it's Chinese.
Szechuan sauce.
Szechuan sauce.
Yeah,
That's Chinese.
yeah.
That's
So soy sauce.
Which, by the way, no man should ever have.
soy sauce
You shouldn't have anything soy.
because it elevates your estrogen level.
Soy purely breaks down into estrogen in every human body. That is it. For women, amazing health benefits. Amazing. Men, elevated estrogen levels, not good.
No,
You're not supposed to have high estrogen levels.
No, you're supposed to have high testosterone.
If you have high estrogen levels, that's how you get people in some of the videos we see on Facebook now.
Yeah, I seen it. Oh, I watched one where this dude caught himself on fire and then ran into the river.
What do you know? What
I'd pay $50 to
videos?
see that.
Dude, he did it. I saw it for
What
free.
videos?
Dude, I watched this video of an Antifa group standing there yelling, talking shit at a black Trump supporter. And this is a white man, okay? This is a white man from Antifa.
Oh,
But
this is
he evidently
I forgot.
identifies as a she,
cool.
and his voice was deeper than mine.
Sure.
Her voice was deeper than mine. Whatever the fucking the
saying,
term.
you know what my feelings are about
It's,
that.
you can't.
Identify how you want to identify.
Yeah, you can, but that doesn't. I love Ben Shapiro's approach. You can call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. That doesn't mean that I have to play along. It doesn't.
Eh.
Which I do have some friends that have made the transition from generally male to female, and I'm like, okay, her. I'll call you her. I don't care. But just
That's what I'm saying.
because that's what you identify as this week, no, I'm not going to play that fucking game. And you didn't change your biology. You didn't. You didn't.
Okay,
You didn't
it's-
change the DNA.
Yeah, but if somebody wants to change their name or gender identity, or because they feel more comfortable as a person, and that's their pursuit, the pursuit of them at feeling, in the pursuit of them feeling complete, if that's what their purpose is, who am I at all
And that's
to take away
Right.
how you feel,
I totally
how you
get that.
feel complete?
I totally get that. However, at the
You're not
same
hurting
time,
anybody.
I can see both sides of the argument. Yes, no, it's not hurting anyone. However, at the same time, I can see why some people don't want to play the game. They're like, no, no,
Because they're incomplete people.
No,
That's the
Carolyn,
only-
no, Carolyn. I've known you since you were Charlie.
Okay.
I'm not playing the game. I grew up with you, Charlie. Like I get that.
But why wouldn't you want Charlie to be happy? If that's the way that they feel happy.
You know, I think what part of the problem is too much PC being attached to it. All of this shit, like now we've got these things. People try to use the terms like microaggressions, and shut the fuck up, man. People are going to do whatever they want to do, and when you start trying to force people to conform to your way of thinking, it doesn't fucking work.
No, that's how you get people to hate you, man.
That-
you don't
exactly.
force people.
No,
You
yes, they do. Now it's becoming.
No, I'm saying
do you know
that's
that-
not how it's accomplished. You have to show through. You have to show people. You have to.
I wish. Oh God, I wish I could think of. There is one country though that using Canada. Canada's doing this, where because of Justin Trudeau, their prime minister, using the wrong identifying term of someone now can be considered hate speech, and you can be fined if you accidentally call someone who wants to be a she a he. They can report you. They can file a charge on you. That's where it's going too far. Fuck you.
Oh.
Fuck you.
I concur.
And that's politically correct bullshit. You can't make people adapt to what you want. You can't fucking do it.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's
Yeah.
completely. It's irrational. It's illogical.
Right.
And
I'm more
it goes
of the-
against human nature.
I'm more of that show me, don't tell me.
Right. Well,
That's
now it's come out that Caitlyn Jenner has regrets and wants to revert back to being Bruce,
Okay.
because apparently the game wasn't as fun as it thought it would be.
That's the thing. Let people come to that conclusion themselves.
That's great, but
That's
while
your
they're
journey.
but
it's their journey.
and,
It's
and yes,
what-
I can agree that there are going to be very few who definitely want to make the permanent transition and will be happy with what they do. But here's the problem. When you have a suicide rate among these people of 40% already in the LGBTQ community, 40% suicide rate, and then that shoots up to in the 60 percentile of people who go through transgender surgery. You have to start discussing the possibility that it's a fucking mental illness. You have to. When you have a 60+% suicide rate, you have to have the discussion of, hey, this is some craziness. And you're not making yourself happy. Because if they were making themselves happy, and for the most part, society does play the fucking game, especially when they live in liberal-driven areas like California and all this, you would think that 40% should cut down to about 20%. No, it's rocketing up another 20%.
I don't know. I'd have to see these statistics to verify that, but it's the pursuit of happiness. And if somebody can't find purpose and can't find a way, then that's just what you can't find purpose. So that's what happens. That's why the fucking military, every fucking 22 minutes, they lose a fucking military veteran to suicide or overdose or something every 22 fucking minutes.
But those are broken people. Those are people that were, hold on. Those are people that were broken by intense situations.
Well, you think everybody has fucking struggles, man, and people that identify that way, you think that it's just been fucking prom king for those. It hasn't been nobody comes from a popularity contest into saying I can't they don't identify as themselves because they don't feel comfortable as the person that they have become.
I understand those people.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a mental illness. It could just be how they feel beautiful, how they feel that they're able to express themselves as a person. And it's not because there is something to see yourself and to not accept the person you are living in your own skin. Of course there is something there. But everybody's got fucking issues, man. Everybody's got mental issues. Everybody's had struggle. Everybody's had problems. If they want to identify as I'm not going to say any. I'm not. Even if the suicide rate has gone up, maybe that's just because that's an end all, and there are more people now that are doing that, they're capable, or they're more comfortable doing that, and coming out. Those are people that would have been just gay people that were killing themselves anyway. That's maybe, and that's a big thing.
And I can understand more
when we're talking
if the
about
concentration. If the concentration of people were in the Midwest, where homosexuality is not as widely accepted as it is on Eastern or Western board.
We've got to get a lifetime of acceptance before we really can dig into.
But that's
some
never
facts.
going to happen.
That's
never going to happen.
Okay, so then the statistics are skewed because these are
no. That's where I'm saying you're trying to force people.
We're 20 years removed from that fucking terrible ass movie with the Karate Kid girl.
Boys don't cry.
Yeah, we're not. And
Brandon Tina.
That's one thing. That's one thing. That's we're 30 years away from. We're 30 years away. It was the 70s. So we're as a country we're still only 40 years fucking away from a black person and a white person not being able to be married legally in this country. It's not been that long.
No, that was the 60s.
That was the 70s, brother. That was the 70s. Sure? I am 100% positive about that. It was 74 when that was made a federal law, when interracial marriage was legal in this country. 1974.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not like we're not that far removed from institutionalized racism, bigotry.
We're not removed from that
exactly.
at all. We're not
exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. It's never going to be universally accepted. So and the other thing is, look at this. Like other countries, there are other countries where, first of all, there are those countries where shit like that's punishable by death. But then there are other countries where it's widely accepted. Nobody cares. Do what you want to do. But leave us the fuck out of it. We don't care. Mm-hmm. We're not going to conform to your game, but you play your game. That's like me.
Where are you talking? What example are you talking about?
Russia would be the bad one.
Russia doesn't kill people for it though.
No, they kill you if you love Jesus.
Middle Eastern countries will fucking kill you for being gay. Yeah. Like they will decapitate your ass. Yeah.
Trying to marry though, that's not actually because you're a little wrong there, because intimacy is expressed on a very wide scale amongst Middle Eastern men. They walk hand in hand with each other.
But
they kiss each other very passionately.
Yes, they do.
Like Lil Wayne and Birdman.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, exactly like that.
That's kind of weird.
And but it's the way that they're brought up, because women are looked at as they're not equal in the eye. They're not people the way that
They are
people.
property.
They're things. They are materials. They're possessions.
But in Asian countries, look at Japan. Let's just look at Japan. Japan, if I wanted to walk down the street in a schoolgirl outfit, these people aren't even going to bat a fucking eye about it.
Oh, that's your life, man. Do what you want to do.
Exactly. They're just like, whatever. Okay, he's probably going to get paid.
He's on his way to a commercial.
No, he's
They
about to
don't,
take
yes,
money.
they don't care. Like, it's one of those. Okay,
One
do
of those
whatever you're
things.
going to do. Look, okay. Have you seen now some of the billboards in Japan? It's hard to tell what you're looking at because some of the boys are
like-
prettier than the fucking girls, and you're like, I don't know if I'm aroused or not because I
Yeah.
don't know if that's a
And-
dude. And that's where I can
And
see
the
both
point-
sides of the argument.
And the point of the week is Bulldog likes Asians.
Hey, look, I've been to Tokyo, brother.
He is aroused by Asians,
And it doesn't
boy
have to be a
or
female.
girl.
Yeah. But look,
I'll get confused too. So
no, that's one of those things. Like, that's where I can play devil's advocate for both sides at any point in time and be like, hey, look, I can admit Shamar Moore, there's nothing feminine about that man at all. I find him highly attractive.
was he in the woods?
That's the dude from Criminal Minds, the black dude.
Shamar. It sounds familiar.
Shamar Moore, the black dude from Criminal Minds. He's a fucking beautiful
He's
man.
attractive.
Hold on.
He makes my wiener tingle. That's what you're saying.
Dave, you're telling me that there's not a man on this planet that you find attractive?
No.
Shit, Marlon Wayne said his son Sean Wayne, his brother Sean Wayne, was the most attractive man he ever seen.
Attractive is not the word.
I'm not saying I want to fuck him.
That's
I
what
mean,
attractive means.
No, it does not.
Is that you
No,
want
no.
to fuck.
No,
I'm
no.
attracted to Ferraris too.
Yeah,
I'm
but I
not
want-
sticking my
yeah.
dick in the tailpipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know this guy. Yeah, I seen him before.
Yeah, that's a good looking dude.
Yeah, like his
I
beard
can
and
say
stuff. Yeah.
I can say that anybody's good looking. I don't give a shit. That is a gorgeous fucking man.
Yeah,
he is.
Dirtnap is like,
he's
I
a
would tap that
good-looking-
ass.
He's a good looking guy.
Yeah.
Sure. That's one way to say it, but saying I'm attracted to that man.
I'm attracted to tacos.
I didn't. No, I didn't. You're twisting. Saying that someone is attractive and saying you're attracted to
That's
them.
what you just said.
No,
You
that
just
is
said
not
that
at
you
all.
was attracted to Shamar
This is
no.
Moore.
not great.
I said Shamar Moore is an attractive man. Those are two different words.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it could be an attractive female and me not be like wanting to
Right.
have sex with her.
Look, hey, I know plenty of females who are attractive. I'm not attracted to them.
Did you gotta have like a?
Their
Physically
personality,
attractive.
they can look
Okay, I
attractive,
get you.
but their
I
personality
get
can
you.
totally
I was
put
just,
me
I
off.
guess I was trying to look too hard into it.
Yeah.
I was just trying to make you gay.
Oh no,
Really?
I did in the very first episode of Bulldog Unchained with my buddy Sniper No Sniping. I did say Shamar Moore makes me question myself sometimes. That's the one guy. That
He's got such a nice smile.
He does have a nice smile. You seen it?
Yeah.
Look,
I guarantee
model.
you,
I try to model
there
my
are people
smile
listening
after
right
Shamar
now.
Moore's.
There are men and women listening right that are going to hear this and go,
What?
"Yeah, no." They're going to be like, "Yeah, Shamar Moore's a pretty good looking dude, man.
Yeah, they're gonna agree with us.
He's a pretty good looking dude."
They're listening. They're just like, wow, all three of these guys,
I'd squeeze his
they're all
butt.
gay.
Yeah, right.
They're
I'd squeeze his
all
butt.
gay.
On that note, fucking, you know.
There's a flame coming out of your
Look.
butthole.
Oh, the side of my.
Oh, you sodomites. Look, think about this. There are people who are not remotely gay who have sucked dick for drugs.
Hey, $20 is $20.
Yeah, see?
You gotta do what you gotta do for money. Gay for pay. Is
Gay for pay. Do you know that a majority of the guys, evidently, that do gay porn are not gay?
Well, yeah.
But tens of
A
thousands
lot
of
the
dollars
guys
for
that
a few days of
A lot
shoot
of the guys that do straight porn are gay.
Yeah, are gay.
Yeah.
Most of the male strippers in the world to get all the ladies on them
Are gay.
Gay.
Yep.
Well, how are you supposed to rub your dick in a chick's face and not get hard? I don't understand that. I can't just give you
I can show you some women.
I can't
Yeah,
just get you a semi.
I can show you some women that you can put your dick on their face and
they won't do it.
you're going to be like, nope,
Crater,
I'm not feeling
you know what I'm
anything.
saying? They got craters everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like
You
you
just-
don't
you
want to
just
slip
grip
in
a
one.
hold.
You don't want to slip in
grip
a
a hold
crater
to
though.
that chin with that fucking.
And she like fucking bites
With
your
that-
teeth on it
with
with that
that-
one screaming tooth she got or whatever.
Yeah, and you just start slapping her in the face with your dick. That's
that
would be the
From the
best.
side away, like
The best part of being a male
in the back of
stripper.
the fucking head.
Laughter one tooth out.
It's just you grab her face and just start slapping her face with your semi-erect penis.
I love gagging porn.
Gagging porn.
Yeah.
Why?
We
That
got
It's
sounds
just
great.
like it's such an unattainable thing.
No, what?
no. Who
Okay.
says that?
No.
What, unattainable?
Yeah. No. How's it unattainable?
Yeah, that's very
Because
very-
well, if you've got a small wiener, you're not gagging anybody.
I choke a finger out with my pinky, yo.
Oh, my gag reflex is at the tip of my tongue. I would be
Dave
the
can't
worst.
take a dick.
I would be the worst gay guy.
Dude, you can't even take a sport.
Yeah.
How the hell you gonna eat some food and soup with some salad at the same time, Dad? Dirtnap.
Yeah.
Very gently. He has to drop the food in his mouth like a bird.
Well, that's why my mouth is so big.
That's not your mouth, it's the gums.
That's
There's a
why the
difference.
gums push his teeth down so far.
You gotta make sure the clomp closes.
He's trying to protect his
And you
tongue.
know what's really
It's like a
fucked up?
bear trap inside his own.
My bottom jaw is stationary, so I have to move my head.
His upper. He talks like Terrence and Philip.
His head flat.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I'm not my buddy,
I'm
guy.
not your buddy, guy.
You're
I'm not
my
your guy,
buddy,
dude.
buddy. I'm not your friend, buddy.
I'm not your buddy guy.
This episode went from 0 to 100 real quick.
Dude, this has been a great episode, I think.
Everything I
We've
covered.
had lots of laughs, then we get serious. And
What thing?
That stupid fucking Facebook.
What happened?
God, we had to just talk about Facebook, and it just pulled
honestly,
the mood
when
down.
when you talk, like, okay, discussing the high rate of suicide in the LGBT community, I honestly feel that social media plays a large part into that. Because for the most part, I can say that the majority of things that circulate through social media toward the LGBT community, not the friendliest.
No.
And let me clarify, I have plenty of friends who are LGBTQ, and I support them. Like, it's not, I don't even, it's not supporting them, it's just they're my fucking friends. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to avidly be like, I support you. No, that's that moral grandstanding bullshit that I was talking about on Facebook from this Vegas shooting. Thoughts and prayers. My thoughts and prayers are with the people of Facebook. Anthony Jeselnik said it best when he said, "You see it every time on social media after a big tragedy. Thoughts and prayers." It's moral grandstanding bullshit, and all it serves is,
That's
hey,
right.
don't forget about me today.
Yep, that's exactly what
Don't
it is.
don't
It's-
forget about me.
hold on a second.
Look at how much I care about this.
Yep. Hold on a second. Let me let you know what my fucking opinion is about this political bullshit. Other than outside of going and doing it and not making a big deal out of it, get the fuck out of here. That's why it's like, okay, now you guys have all kneeled during the national anthem. What are you doing? What are you doing to be like? Continue to be like Colin Kaepernick, who goes out and
makes a difference in his community.
goes to his community and fucking and talks with people and spends time with youth and donates back to making a impoverished place a better place. Now that you've had the national spotlight on you,
Or are you
What are
too
you gonna
busy
do for
getting
this?
drug or weapon charges or charges for beating your
or
spouse?
or are you still living that life? Are you still
Yeah.
fucking living that life like a rock star?
You wanna
and
be-
a materialistic fuck like O.J. Simpson, who as soon as he got out of the fucking ghetto, he never fucking looked back.
Right. Yep.
And there's a lot of that. So you had the national grandstand, you had the national stage.
That moral
to do that.
grandstanding.
You had
Yeah,
to.
it's-
You were able to do that. Now what are you going? Now you have.
You better
a
follow
mission.
up.
You have a fucking mission, NFL. Every single one of you players that took a knee. Now
You charged yourself
You
with this.
owe.
Yes.
You owe. You just put your debt out there. You just put your debt out there. Now it's up to you. Now it's up to you to fucking make a difference. You want to? You want to show us? Show me. Show me. Let's make a difference. How are we going to fix this? What can
Also-
we do? What can we do to fucking fix this?
On the flip side of the coin, I don't give a fuck what political opinions any professional athlete has. Guess why I watch football?
Because I like to watch football.
I want to watch 22 dudes beat the piss out of each other at the same time while one guy is trying to get to the end zone with that ball.
Sounds like a bukkake party.
Yes.
Exactly what it sounds like.
Dude, I seriously, I watch sports for sport. I don't give a fuck what. Okay, let's look at the NFL. The average Wonderlic, and the Wonderlic is the test that all NFL athletes have to take upon leaving college and entering the NFL draft. The Wonderlic scores your intelligence. It's even crazier than an IQ test because they involve your personality in this. A lot of these dudes score real fucking low on this test. So you want me to give a fuck about your political opinion? You probably can't spell political opinion. Fuck you.
7 P's.
Yeah, right.
There's a bunch
Fuck
of
you.
There's a bunch of P's in it though.
Sriracha.
Catch a fucking ball. Throw the fucking ball.
Run
the fucking ball.
I am a ball thrower. If you wanted someone smart, you should have got you a language talker.
I like how Dirtnap says that with half the headphone on.
I don't know nothing about no politicking.
Yeah.
Have to make a mad beat over here. Hold on one time.
North. I'm from North High School.
Look, most
you know,
let's face facts.
they struggle telling you what school they fucking came from.
Floyd Mayweather.
Whenever they introduce them.
Floyd Mayweather is one of the wealthiest athletes in the world, and the motherfucker can't read. He can't read. He fucking. I listened to a segment of him trying to do a read of an advertisement on a podcast. It is brutal. It at first it's funny, and then it just becomes painful, and you're
because
like,
he's so dumb.
yes, and it's like, you know that these motherfucking professional athletes and. A lot of them, and look, it's not even a race thing, black, white, brown, whatever. A lot of these motherfuckers just get pushed through the system because they can play a sport.
Yep.
And they have a future playing a sport for high dollar. That's it. These motherfuckers, the only thing that they can read is the signature that they signed on their contract. They didn't read their contract. That's why they have to hire attorneys to do it. Which, if you're, I mean, you should do that if you're smart, even. But.
You get speaking of racist things.
I'm not gonna read the contract.
It was I was. Did I tell you about the person that came up and said, "Oh, probably not because you're white"?
No.
The rando guy.
No.
I was trying to walk into my front door, and he asked me about the lady that lived there 10 years prior. No. So I'm walking to my front door, and this black guy with and that's the word that I use for him
because he's black,
because of who he is, and he's got pretty crazy hair, a little bit Don King but shorter, like Don King in his 30s, not Don King in his 50s. It's Don King in his 30s. So, and it's still dark colored. But he walks up to me, and you could tell he's either been up for 3 days or he's starting this 3-day bender, and he's high as shit. And he's like, "Oh, probably not 'cause you're white." And he said it just like that. "Probably not 'cause you're white. But do you know the lady that lives here named Joyce?" Joyce? Yeah, Joyce. She used to live here a while ago. I was like, yeah, actually, Joyce Scott, right? Yeah, Joyce Scott. You do know who I'm talking about. And you're white. And I was just like, yeah, she used to live here, but she died like 11 years ago. "Oh, really? She died?" I was like, yeah. That my father bought the house.
You cared so much that you knew that.
And she died all this time, you know, and I still get mail for her every once in a while. That's why I knew who he was talking about. It's like, "Oh, I guess I probably should have came by a little sooner then." All right.
Yeah, you missed it by just a shade over a decade.
Maybe just a little bit sooner, bud. All right, I'm going to go inside my house now. Have a nice day. And then he carried on, and I haven't seen him since then. But that's how you open a conversation. "Probably not 'cause you're white." I loved it.
Well, that and goddamn are probably going to be our calling signs now.
Probably not 'cause you're white. Yeah, I like that.
I died. I think I'm just gonna start conversations like that, like with random strangers.
Walk up to
probably
somebody.
not because you're white, but do you know where the McDonald's is?
It was great.
Can you
and
tell
his
me where
voice
to
was? He kind of sounded like Cleveland from the Cleveland Show. It's like, "Oh, that's nasty.
That's nasty.
Probably not 'cause you're white."
No.
It was great.
No, the toilet, the bathroom scene.
Oh, that's nasty. I love Cleveland. He's my favorite. But that was interesting.
Probably having sex with my wife.
My wife.
Loretta.
With my wife, Loretta.
Donna. Shut up, fat boy. All right, that's Herbert now.
Fuck.
Good times.
Yeah.
So, what was the goals y'all wrote down?
Hold on. Check this. So, back to the Vegas shooting thing, though, and the thoughts and prayers.
Perfect.
So, the status that I made this week on Facebook that apparently hurt a lot of people's feelings.
It did.
I said, apparently you people aren't thinking and praying enough because mass shootings are still happening.
Oh, damn.
And there were some feelings about it. And I don't know why some people just don't get it yet. If you see that my name is above that status and you have feelings, scroll on down. Scroll on by.
It's like you want to hurt yourself?
Right,
Keep it
exactly.
going.
Because
Keep it
you're
going.
not getting an apology from me. I'm not apologizing for anything that I say or do unless someone I truly care about, if I said something errantly and hurt their feelings, that's not my intention. That's not at all. But me having an opinion about something and you trying to change my mind or like trying to make me feel bad about it. No, look, I'm not in your feelings. I don't have the same feelings, and sorry is not coming.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry.
The only
I'm not sorry.
Right. If anything, you may get more savage. Like, look, another person actually made a status directed at me, and I don't know if they thought that I would just scroll on by it or not see it or what, but I saw it. And I commented immediately, and I said, "I make no apologies for making fun of people with their moral grandstanding or
I saw
finding
that
humor."
too.
Yeah, you saw the post about me, right? And where I really, that's
trying to
the
remember.
most passive aggressive thing
No.
that you can do. You couldn't confront me directly,
Cowardly? That was very cowardly of them.
dude. Really, I mean, that's
Cowardly.
come at me. If you really have a problem, if you have so much of a problem that you have to make a status about me, and it's no mystery because this person's significant
saying.
other was just on my status
Yeah.
commenting, and their significant other makes a status about some of my friends, in quotes, mind you, some of my friends are making jokes about people praying over the tragedy. You're not fucking praying. Shut up.
And then they got...
Post me a video. You know what?
And then they got-
Take your moral grandstanding to the next video and post me get on Facebook Live and start praying. Show me.
And then they
show me.
And then they grabbed extra Batmans and made it terrible for us. So I couldn't get one, even though I was there.
And then they got called out on it.
Yeah.
And then they didn't like that.
But that was shitty.
Oh.
I was there. I was fucking there. And they're like, "Oh, let's give them away." No, that's still fucking lame. That's still really lame because I was there. I don't care. There's 600 people in that freaking group. They weren't. None of those other fucking people that commented on it were there standing in fucking line trying to get one. I was, but I couldn't because other people had to get stuff for their fucking friends. And yeah, it was cool.
Which, hold
It was
on.
lame. But
Now, hold
whatever.
on.
I don't care.
I have had people get me things because I couldn't be there, but they're not getting me 2 or 3. They're getting me 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that.
There was plenty of Batmans there. There were plenty, and I was like 8th person in line or 9th person in line, and I didn't get anything. I wasn't able to get anything that I wanted. At New York Comic Con, there was a New York Comic Con release this week.
Yeah.
And I got
The pop
everything else that I
figures.
wanted.
Yeah,
everything
the
else that I
pop
wanted.
figures.
Everything else
Which-
that I wanted, I got. But
that's the thing,
it's
man.
just the Barnes and Noble stuff. It
This-
was lame.
This pop, like the pop figures that Dave and I collect, this should not be something that you have to coordinate plans
Around?
yes, man, it shouldn't be that way. It should literally be.
But there was guys in other groups that were fucking. There was a thing.
Cut
at
the
Louisville.
line in front of people.
Yeah, in Louisville, this guy cut, and he had a gun on his fucking
Yeah.
hip. Yeah.
Let me tell you how that plays out with me.
He stubs his toe and doesn't say
no,
shit.
my fucking ass.
He doesn't say shit.
If he
stands there.
let me
and doesn't
tell
do
you.
shit.
Let me tell you right now. If I could be 5 people behind him, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Jack, line, ends back there. And if he even made a motion of looking toward the gun on his hip, we're on.
Oh, yeah.
7 feet.
We're on. I'm going to fucking bury you.
Pulling your jawbone off your face.
Because if you even, first of all, if you even make a look to the gun on your hip, I take that as an act of aggression against my life. And I will fucking end you.
Raw.
If that gun comes out of that holster, best believe it's going to be in my fucking hand.
Oh, yeah. You ever heard
Check
of
it,
the
check.
21-foot rule?
What?
The 21-foot rule?
Hmm.
You know, like if a gun's holstered and somebody's 21 feet away and they come at you with a knife and they'll get to you before you can get the gun out the holster.
Oh yeah, if it's snapped
Yeah.
in the that's why policemen don't fuck around, man. They unsnap it and they have their hand there immediately, or they have it out. I get it.
This is the only way that you're going to kill anybody is if you fire it.
Right, exactly. Listen, another dude posted a video this week of how guns don't kill people. He had a it was a 9mm the Sig Sauer 9mm rifle, and then he had a Glock 19 9mm, and he had I think it was a 38 Special revolver. He loaded all of them, had them locked, loaded, ready for action, laid them down in front of himself, and he goes, "All right, start shooting." And then he starts screaming. He goes, "Maybe they need motivation." And I don't know if this dude was like a Marine drill instructor or whatever, because the way he was yelling at them, and he's like, "Come on, you need to shoot that wall, blah, blah." But I mean, he's firing off rapid insults at the firearms in such a manner that I was like, that dude's a drill instructor. And he's just screaming at these guns. And then he calmly turns to the camera and again, and he goes, "They're not working. I don't understand. Maybe guns don't kill people. Maybe the ignorant few that possess guns kill people." And he goes, "How are you going to punish the firearm? You can't. You have to punish the individual."
Yeah.
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 But yeah, he's just making that point of, well, there it is. This killing machine is ready for death. But without assistance, it's useless. It's just a tool.
It's just a machine.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like a car. If a car's just sitting there, it's not doing anything.
It's not killing anybody.
But if you put the right person behind the wheel,
It can
with
kill
the
somebody.
Proper motivation. Fuck yeah, it can.
It can go right into a crowd of folk.
Yeah.
Ruin their whole fucking weekend. So, on that note, what were you saying just a second ago there, Nubs?
Oh, yeah. What was the goals that you guys wrote down for this week that we had on
Goals?
the positive thought of the day?
I don't know that I didn't.
I do.
Did you? What'd you
do.
have there,
I've got a
Dave?
ton of goals.
Slacked.
I write down goals all the time because it makes you accountable to yourself. So I did pass. I broke a goal. I got over. I did this actually 2 weeks ago that I'd like to talk about. I was able to, on the flat bench press, I got over 200 pounds and I did 205 5 times.
Nice.
Yeah, last Tuesday, and I'm going to try to beat that on this Tuesday. I think the big thing that I'd like to talk about this week is the one thing that you've got to have in order for change to be possible. That's belief. You've got to believe over and above everything, and that's a big part of the reason why the individual, it's hard to obtain goals as an individual by yourself. To obtain goals, it's much easier when you're able to hold yourself accountable, but it's way easier to hold yourself accountable to a group, because you don't want to just disappoint. It's not just disappointing yourself if you miss a workout. It's not just disappointing yourself if you miss a section or if you don't write down a goal for the week. You're actually disappointing a group, but having the group belief.
Thanks, Nubs.
No problem.
If you have a belief in what you're trying to change, you have to. In order for the change to occur, you've got to believe that. In order for you to, in order for me to gone from 248 pounds to 208 pounds in 6 months or 5 months or however long it's been that I've done it, I've been able to lose the 40 pounds. It started with a belief. I said, yeah, I've got to do better. I can do better. I can be better. And then finding people. a big part of my inspiration to get healthy again is because of Cassie, because of the person that she is, the activity level that she maintains, and the amount of organization that she has in her life. It helped me say, you know what? If they can do it, if they can do it, I can do it. I believe in that. I believe that I can do it, and that's a big part of recovery, of changing those bad habits. Alcoholics, drug addicts, people like that. If they're able, that's why the Narcotics Anonymous works and the AA works way better than Brookstone or that 6-month retreat where you get away from all your problems,
right?
And they sober you up because they lock you in a fucking box. There. Yep. And then when you get back to the house, that stress happens again, that cue happens, and then the routine is that hasn't been replaced, pops its head back up, and then you fucking fall off.
That's why
belief.
That's why
belief.
Alcoholics Anonymous and the Narcotics Anonymous. That's why I am so adamantly against any of these types of programs that use Jesus and religion as a substitute.
They don't.
Oh, some of them do.
There are, but the group.
You got to realize what I do every day.
Believe. You believe it, but that's a method of control. Whenever people insert Jesus and all that shit into the groups.
I'm talking about what I do for my living, for a job. I'm a mobile drug screener.
Right.
And these people that I deal with, I see some of them that are in these counselings and like these counsel sessions with these groups, and they're talking about, yeah, man, I found Jesus, and I don't say anything to them. I'm like, okay, good, man.
They use that as a scapegoat or a crutch.
It's a crutch. That's all. You're replacing one crutch with another, and then when they get back to reality, that crutch gets kicked out from under them too, and they're going to go back to the other one.
What people do in those situations, the successful ones, the people that have worked the program for 30 years, 6 years, 12 years, 15 years, and have been sober the entire time.
They teach personal accountability.
They teach belief. And it's the belief that it's a belief in a higher power. It's the belief that, hey, that guy's done it. That guy's got 20 years. I can do it. They without that belief, the routine and everything can change. But once you do have that cue, that big cue, now they replace the routine of drinking or using with calling their sponsor. They are able to call and talk about life and all that stuff. But it's the belief in change, believing that change is possible, believing that I don't have to drink because that person doesn't have to.
The best program I've seen, I can't remember the name of it, but the best program that I've interacted with in this time focuses more on the group mentality, especially the group mentality of the counselors, because they are all former addicts.
Yeah.
And their whole thing is they tell them, like flat out, they're like, if you have religion, great. If you don't, great. And they're like, that is not what our focus is. Our focus is here. We're going to hold you accountable, and we're going to teach you to hold yourself accountable and value yourself. And when you can instill in someone self-worth,
right?
When you can help, and it's not, I've heard some people say you can't give someone self-worth. Oh, yes, the fuck you can. You can help someone's mentality reach.
Teach somebody to make their bed every morning. And then whenever one day you go in, this same person that you taught to make their bed, one day, 2 months later, they're still doing that. Well, they're still doing it, and you say you want it to, I'm talking about the self-worth thing,
right?
But you say, man, that your room looks awesome. Your bedroom looks amazing right now. It looks awesome, and it's the middle of the day, and there's no reason that it should. It could look like asshole right now. It could look like the corner of this office if it didn't. if you didn't give a, but that small accomplishment that gives a person self-worth. That's awesome, man. David, you look great. You hear that, and that gives you that belief that change is possible. That's what my big thing was this week for that positive message, is that if you believe in yourself, nobody's gonna help you. You've got to do it yourself. You've got to believe that whatever you want to change, that it's up to you, and it is possible. But you've got to have that belief. First and foremost, if you believe in yourself, it's, thoughts become things.
Yes.
Kai Green is a big proponent of that.
Thoughts become actions.
That's what I'm saying. Thoughts become things. If you and that's that thought. I want to lose 50 pounds, or I want to quit smoking cigarettes, or I want to stop drinking, or I want to stop being mean to people. I want to stop reacting angrily. What can you do? Those thoughts. you believe that you can change that, you will make it important to yourself to educate yourself, because the world is your oyster. You can't, to say that you're bored is to say the worst thing that you can say.
That's the most lazy thing
that you can say.
Yes.
Anybody that boredom is laziness.
An adult that says they're bored.
Anybody, a child also.
Yeah.
Because there's a world of knowledge out there. You can learn always.
Dude, so, you know what? Everyone listening to this, if you don't know, here, this is what I'm gonna give as my thing of positivity this week, and then I'll tell you my goal that you just brought up for me. So this is my point of positivity for the week. Anyone out there that doesn't know what TED Talks are, TED, T-E-D, get on your Apple, get on your iPhone, get on your Android, download the TED app. Yeah, YouTube. Or you can go to, I think it's tedtalks.com or TED.com. And these are literally 6, 12, or 18-minute little seminars that they do at the TED Talks every year. There are thousands upon thousands of them, and they cover everything in life. And literally get on there and just watch any
subject that you are interested in.
Watch one a day this week. Yeah, any subject you're interested in, and then you can get pulled into the rabbit hole of things you didn't know about. There are life hacks. There are all kinds of things. Watch one a day. You're talking 6, 12, or 18 minutes. Pick one 6-minute segment to watch every day this week. Do it. I promise it will start changing your life. You will get pulled into it. And these people, it's people from all walks of life, every industry on the planet, and every thought process, every religion, every background you can think of, and they're amazing. And then my goal for this week, I'm going to start chunking away at the disposables, like all these empty boxes.
Break them down.
Yep, and they're going to be gone next week, and I'm going to start condensing.
All right,
everything down here.
That's 2 hours. That's 2 hours worth of work at the most.
Right.
You can accomplish that. You've got the time. Fuck that whatever
Rocket
Mortal
League.
Kombat X bullshit.
Put it on hold.
Anything that's not accomplishment. Use that.
Well, I don't know. Some of that stuff's accomplishments because you get achievement points for that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's great. And what can you do with those achievements?
Buy stuff.
Talk shit to other kids on fucking
Sweet.
But no, I get it. Like I was actually thinking about that the other day when I was playing. I was like, and so I got off of the Xbox. I shut it down and got back on my laptop and started writing more of my story.
Hell yeah.
Like working on the book.
Good for you.
Because I was like, man, I've been playing.
Get a better display for that fucking replica belt.
I know, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like hanging from the wall or something.
I'm thinking about putting it up here above the Deadpool.
That'd be bad shit right there. NST champion, Deadpool.
Yes, it should be.
All right, Chubsy, what you got?
You got anything positive?
Yeah. Yeah.
Besides an HIV test?
I hope not. Write a joke.
The roundabout AIDS
diabetes.
Write a joke a day.
I'm Tommy Malkithan. I have diabetes.
I'm Scott Malkithan, not
Scotty
Tommy.
Malkithan.
Get the fuck out of here. Say something positive about myself.
Dude, hey, that's a great. I'm gonna, when you do it, look in the mirror and say it.
I haven't looked at the mirror yet when I said it.
Look in the mirror when you say it. It makes it harder, but if you can say it while looking yourself in the eyes, repeat it a couple times. It starts to become reality.
Yeah. All I got so far is you got a nice beard. That's all I said so far.
Go for something. Go for something personal.
Honest.
Go for something internal.
Nice beard, fucker.
Dude, you know what? I'll give you something positive about you right now. You are one of the genuinely nicest people in my life. Like seriously, you are laid back. You care. We don't even hang out. The three of us do not hang out except for Sundays when we do this.
It's fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel that I've gotten to know the two of you better than most people in my life.
Yeah.
Because we are here every week. We're just 2 hours. 2 hours a week we spend with each other. But this is one of the show that we do here, this is brutal honesty. Like, we can rip on each other the way we were today. Yeah. We can rip on each other and nobody's feelings are getting hurt.
Well.
Except for Big Gums over there.
Well.
Mr. Wrigley. Look at them chiclets.
So I've got another personality.
He's got
too.
so much gum, they're growing dentine ice.
There it is. My dentist name. My dentist name was Dr. Cooper Faggletree.
I was gonna say Dwight Yankum or something.
Dr.
DDS.
Dr. Cooper Faggletree, DDS. Cooper Faggletree. Could
But
you
no,
imagine what
Nubs,
kind of name
like,
that is?
That's
You-
so crazy.
Nubs, you literally like you make me happy knowing that you're my friend.
Thanks.
Like it makes me happy to know I can message you at any point during the day about anything. Same with Dave. I know that I can send him a message. In fact, we had a conversation last week about something, and it was just bullshit talking, and it made me feel better about it. It's just
I just put a finger in. And it was good to go. And he was good to go.
But no, man, like literally, I know it sounds cheesy, but like the Stuart Smalley thing where he would look in the mirror and go, "You're good enough, you're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you." Even if it's cheesy, it's just you talking to you in the mirror, man. Say whatever. Like, but the more you say it, the more real it becomes. Like if you can look yourself in the
Thoughts
eye,
become things, man.
you can look yourself in the
Believe.
eye and say, and you can say it.
Believe it.
I believe it, man.
Believe.
I'm glad I ain't got Dirtnap's guns.
Believe,
That's
baby.
it.
There you go. So you can say that. Exactly. You could say that, man. You could say that.
What?
That he's happy that he doesn't have my gums.
Think about this.
Because, the jealousy over how much bigger my dick is than yours. It's
I mean, it kind of evens it out.
right. It's like, man, I could. Hey, how good does a 10-inch dick? What good does a 10-inch dick do if you can't get past them fucking gums, man? What the fuck? I can't even ever pull it out.
Hey Nubs, I got something for you. I got something for you.
It's
to
not
do.
10 inches either.
I have
just
something
wanna
for
say
you to
that.
say to yourself.
Right.
When you look in the mirror, look yourself dead in the eye. Don't look away. Don't look down when you say it. Look at yourself dead in the eye, in the mirror, and say, everything that you're doing right now is to further your comedy career.
Yeah.
Everything that you're doing right now is to better your position in life.
Actually, started writing jokes differently than fucking hanging out with y'all too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're actually spending time doing it?
That and I look at the world like shapely.
Like taking the outside view of
like twisting shit around.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Insert pop culture references whenever you can. It's funny
Yes.
as fuck.
Yeah.
People love it. They're like, oh yeah, I remember Dentine Ice.
I did a joke recently. It said a chick made me tap out quicker than UFC CM Punk's UFC debut. And then like nobody laughed, but I was like, well, I'm at a bar where people don't really watch sports, so that's okay. I was
That's
like,
right.
Dude,
Sure.
have the follow up. Have the follow up to shit on the crowd if they don't laugh
I
at
thought-
something that's funny.
I followed up on them. And I followed up on them.
There you go.
I think it's funny. Chick made me tap out quicker than CM Punk's UFC debut.
See, yeah, you gotta play to the crowd. You gotta know the crowd.
Yeah.
It's
Well, those dudes there too were like, I guess they were, you know what I'm saying?
they were there chasing pussy, and dudes that are there chasing pussy don't know shit about pro wrestling.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what happened to me when I was 16. I was like, man, I want some pussy. Fuck this Stone Cold shirt. I need
All
to
right.
learn how to play Lifehouse on the guitar.
Dave, point of positivity and goal.
I think I did all that.
Okay.
already.
I think it
did
was
that.
believing yourself.
Believe change is possible. Yeah,
Yeah.
believe change is possible. My goals, I still have a ton of amazing ones. Personal health, I want to get down to 195 pounds. I weighed 208, 207 this week, so I've got 12 pounds to lose there. I want to get up to a 500 pound deadlift. I want to do that.
Dude, that's
Death.
that jump from like that 435 or 465 to the 500. It is rough.
Well,
I know.
I've got
been there. I've done
I've got
it.
about 170 pounds to go because I'm hitting 335s. 335. Yep, that's 3 plates on each side and then 2 10s.
See, I can do 405 like it's nothing.
Yeah, and I
Hitting
can hit
that 500 though. Also, what kind of shoes are you wearing when you deadlift?
flat ones with a little lift in the heel.
No lift in the heel. You want?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You
You
want
want
something
flat.
like Converse Chuck Taylors
Yeah, that's
or
right.
Adidas shell
No,
toes.
no.
Perfectly flat. That's what you want.
Yeah, That's right. I've got indoor soccer shoes for when I squat though. It's got a little bit of a lift.
One of the best things, go get some cheap Asics wrestling
I need to go
shoes.
that's what I'm going to go today and buy some flat shoes.
But the Chuck Taylors, you can get Chuck Taylors for like $35.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Go get them.
Shoe carnival, baby.
Yep.
And I know that's gonna. I know it's not something I'm focusing on because I know once I get the equipment, it'll go up a lot quicker too. I'm using.
Do you use lift straps?
I don't use lift
Don't do
straps.
that.
I'm not using. No, it's just all baby. Look at them calluses,
Yes,
baby.
You want pure hand strength.
Look at yeah. And that's
Don't wear gloves.
My forearms.
Don't-
My
yeah.
forearms are getting fucking yoked from it too. I get
Yep.
burns in my forearms from back days and shit. Doing
no gloves,
rows and,
no lift straps, none of that bullshit. You want it natural. Do you wear a belt?
No, not yet.
Okay, when you get to that 400 pound, wear a belt.
Yep, I
that's
know.
just safety.
Oh, I know.
But
I know.
Yeah, don't use the knee wraps. Don't use any of that shit.
No, I want to build the muscle. I
Yeah.
want to build it.
You don't want it to be
It's
compensated.
nothing. It's nothing quick. It's nothing I'm going to try this week.
Oh yeah, no.
as far
if
as-
you're in 300 range, in about 6 months, you could build up to 500.
I'm thinking by next summer I can hit a 500-pound deadlift.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah,
easily.
225 on the deadlift.
yeah, that's good. That's what I use to warm up. I do that. That's my 15. That's my 15 rep.
I actually used to do 405 for
It's hard.
shoulder shrugs.
Fuck
Yeah.
that, son.
Yeah.
Man, you seen that video, right? I have a video on my Facebook. It's actually on YouTube too of me doing shoulder shrugs with 405.
I'll have to find
I
out.
did it
Yeah.
5 times.
445s on each side. Or are you using a hex bar?
No, that one was actually on a Smith's machine. So we had to cover.
So you had the
compensate for the weight.
445s and another 30 pounds on
Right.
top of that.
Yeah, and I'm just doing the shrugs because the Smith's machine controls it where you don't have to lift it directly off the floor to do it, and it keeps it in a track so it can't get away from you. Because that's a lot of weight to try to control for multiple reps.
Yeah.
Holding it off the floor.
You
I
put
was
that on
watching-
the Bulldog Unchained podcast, Facebook.
There
Hey,
you
look
go.
at what I can do, fucker.
I don't know if I could do it right now, but I guarantee if I went back to the gym, you give me, if I don't go in and rush like I have a tendency to do, if I were to do a month of just retraining that muscle memory, getting it back, I can snatch 405 easy on anything. Like
With his teeth.
That Vince McMahon pole.
all right, guys. That's it for this week. Woo! This is the Bulldog Unchained podcast. I am the king of villains, Bulldog Malenko, along with Dirtnap Dave,
Hello.
Chubsy Slow.
It's your boy, damn it.
It's your boy, damn it.
It's your boy Knubsie.
All right, guys.
Hashtag.
We'll be back
Chelsea
next week.
Slow.
Take care.
Show's over, motherfuckers.